Our share screen.
Why, hello everybody, and welcome back to yet another episode of She is Speed, a show where we feature women in speedrunning who run games with female protagonists. I hope you've all been enjoying this evening so far with Bargain Bin right before us, and we have an incredible horror-themed lineup for you tonight. My name is Lana Ruse, and I have the honor of being your host for this show, and it's sure to be great. Before we get started, just a couple of announcements. If you are watching us on YouTube, make sure to press the like button on this video and subscribe to our channel. Also, go to twitch.tv/gamesdonequick if you're interested in looking at our live content, which starts weeknights at 7 p.m. Eastern and weekends at 1 p.m. Eastern. Also coming up soon, Fright Fatales. It is a one-day event on October 23rd to celebrate the spooky season with dark, scary, or horror-themed speedruns from the Frame Fatales community. Might recognize a few people there. Use !Fright in Twitch chat to see the schedule. So, like I said, for tonight, if you like Resident Evil, you are in the right place. We're going to be starting off with the Resident Evil HD Remake, and I'll let Mar explain more about her run. Take it away.
Hello everyone. My name is Marforia. I will be running Resident Evil HD Remaster, which is a remaster of the 2002 remake of Resident Evil. And everyone knows that I speedrun Resident Evil games, like various ones, but this one right here is my favorite Resident Evil game of all time. So I'm super excited to show it off today. We'll be running on Jill. Technically the category is Jill door skip any %. So we'll be using the door skip mod, which skips all the door animations, which skips 20 minutes, which is pretty great. So we're going to be playing on the normal difficulty. All speedruns are done on the normal difficulty. It's the hardest one. And yeah, we saw Chris, but no, it's okay. We're playing as Jill. With me today on commentary, I have my beautiful best friend, the Miss Cat Link.
Hello, everybody! I'm so excited for this one.
Yeah. Jill's like one of, well, I know Cat loves Ada. You'll see that later, of course. Jill's my homegirl, so yeah, we're a huge fan of Jill here.
We do enjoy the Jill.
Absolutely. Well, time officially starts when I select Jill right here. She's wearing her STARS uniform here, but with our auto splitter stuff, I actually have her RE3 casual outfit on, so we get to see that. That's kind of like my good luck charm because that's my favorite.
Yay.
That's my favorite outfit of hers. So all right, I'll count it down. 3, 2, 1, and go. Alrighty.
It's the Resident Evil 1 remake. Compared to the classic Resident Evil 1, it is a lot different. I would say this game is near perfect in terms of Resident Evil.
Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. Sorry, as soon as we load in, we're gonna unequip Jill's handgun because any weapon that she is holding, whether it's the handgun, shotgun, etc., it makes her running speed kind of slow, so we unequip that immediately. We did a couple skips there to skip the first zombie encounter, and now we're going to go outside, go out to the main hall. But as you see here, like Kat said, this is like Supremo Resident Evil here. Look how beautiful this mansion is, the menu, everything.
Yeah. Let's talk about that neat little trick you just did there. Stair skating in this game. It is a very common thing that you're going to be seeing throughout the run. Essentially what it is it's basically like you're spamming a button essentially to stutter step, and stutter stepping up the stairs allows you to go up way quicker. As you can see, it's very fast. It looks goofy,
she's gliding.
But it gets you right up there.
Yes.
All right.
Nice.
Hopefully Murder Hall is nice. There you go. Usually some of these zombies can be a little finicky in terms of how they decide to grab. Sometimes they like to sleep. You're all good.
Yeah, that guy wasn't moving. So yeah, crazy with these zombies. So they'll be pretty much in the same spot each time. Kind of. They're kind of like in a radius that they'll be in, but their lunge movement is RNG. So they'll either do a single lunge, a double lunge, or they'll sleep, like Kat says, where they don't lunge at all. So you just kind of have to like sit there for a bit, kind of wander around. It just kind of sucks. So
yeah, the stutters, or the when they decide to go to sleep, it's you're hoping that they don't try to grab you, because they can do a last minute grab.
Yeah.
And obviously you don't want that. It's very annoying when it does happen, but you know, it is what it is.
So you'll also see here that we're using, for the language, we're doing simple Chinese because it's the fastest scrolling text. Yeah, it's interesting because, you know, there's a few different languages here, you know, English and Japanese and all that stuff. But yeah, the simple Chinese one. Where's this guy at? Okay. Oh, that sucks.
Oh,
that's okay.
That's okay.
That was my bad.
That's all right. Yeah, sometimes those zombies will get you. Like especially with this game, it still uses the static cameras. So oftentimes what will happen is a zombie will be on the other side of a camera switch, and sometimes the zombie will just grab you because of, you know, they decided to sleep for a moment, and then they wake up and grab you on the camera switch.
Yeah, especially that guy. Even if you stay to the right, you kind of have to be like, is he going to be on the right side? Is he going to be on the left side? So sometimes I wait to see that camera angle switch before I see where he's at, so I can plan my juke, but sometimes it doesn't happen that way. Since I'm down a health state with Jill, oh, I guess I'm not down a health state. Okay, well, we'll still eat the herb anyways.
Perfect.
I thought we were, because usually, yeah, when Jill gets bit, on normal difficulty here, she goes down a health state. If you run as Chris, he can take 2 bites. And stuff. So I'm just so used to, like, as soon as I get bit, I'm like, well, I'm down in caution again. So
yeah. So this game doesn't have any autosave feature or checkpoint system. So if you die, it's pretty much just, you got to reset the entire run.
Yeah.
It's not exactly the best situation, especially for later in the run. You'll see what we mean. It can get a little worrisome for certain parts, but Mars going to take it like a champ. It's going to be great.
Yeah. All right, so here's one camera angle where this guy, I don't know where he's at. Okay, he's on that side. Sometimes he's right there hugged on that corner. I probably should have been like towards the middle there, but that's okay. Whew. But yeah, as Kat said, with the stair skating and stuff like that. So if you're running on vanilla, on PC vanilla, then you have to do manual stair skating, which is where you kind of mash that run button. So on a PlayStation controller, that's the square. And especially if you play on console, you have to do that. But on the door skip mod, you get to remap that run button to a analog stick. And I'm actually going to concentrate here for these dogs because they are RNG. So
yeah, so these dogs, essentially what Mara's trying to do, she's trying to get a collar off one of the dogs. You can see it kind of shimmer a little bit there. So essentially that's the dog we want to put down. I'm sorry, chat. I know the dogs, we love them. However, this one's got to die a little bit. They make monkey sounds. I don't know why still, but they do. But we got the collar, and thankfully, if you do take damage here, there is a heal pot right there. So it does have very limited uses. So you can at least grab it while you're here. Might as well, since it's a free heal. The dogs are a little bit of a pain because they do this quite often. They're very grabby. They will bite you. They will try their best to stop you, but thankfully it's not too rough. But yeah, it can be a little complicated.
oh, sleeper.
Oh, he's a sleeper.
Oh my God, he tried to do a double lunge.
Oh, he tried to do the double grab.
Scary, super scary. Well, so right here in our L-shaped corridor, aka murder hall, we had that crimson zombie there wake up. So when you kill zombies in this game, they turn into crimson heads. And of course, when you speedrun the game, you don't want to kill any zombies because they will turn into crimson heads. You can burn them if you do happen to kill them. But with that guy, he will wake up and be a crimson head no matter what. You can try to burn him preemptively, but he'll still just wake up.
Yeah, the Crimson Heads, for those who have played the remake, you know very well how bad the Crimson Heads can be. They're very aggressive, they're very fast, and if you get caught by one, they can do a lot of damage.
Yeah.
So obviously we want to avoid them, but with Murder Hall, considering we have to go through it a few times, they can be a huge problem, especially when you have other zombies in the mix.
All right, so we just need to see where this bald guy's at. Okay, nice. Okay, cool.
Oh, let's go! Oh, this hallway, I swear, this hallway is the scariest thing sometimes because it can literally be a reset.
It has killed so many of my runs. Yeah, just mainly because like you can just either get swiped by that Crimson or that bald zombie. He's just kind of like he'll grab you and stuff. It's just a mess. So trying to juke those guys and not take any damage can just be so nerve-wracking. So here we're grabbing the grenade launcher from Forrest. He's one of the STARS members who unfortunately got attacked by some crows up here. So this grenade launcher will be Jill's main weapon of the speedrun. She can technically get like pretty much every weapon in the game, but yeah, grenade launcher is where it's at for Jill here.
Yeah, the grenade launcher, even in Resident Evil Classic, the common used weapon in the Classic speedrun was also the grenade launcher. Grenade launcher is just a really good weapon all around. It gets rid of enemies really quickly, especially on the easier or normal difficulties. So you'll see Mar using it quite a bit.
It's funny, in RE1 it's called the bazooka.
I love the bazooka! It's great. Yeah.
So now we're going to the save room on the other side of the mansion here to grab a serum because our teammate Richard, he got bit by a giant snake. So we have to get this serum from here, but before we do so, we're going to do some menuing to get rid of some of these items here. Serum's right here, so we just swipe that up. Sometimes here, so we have a free first aid there in that item box, and sometimes if I took some damage, I'd pick it up, but we're fine, so we're going to keep that there. It's nice.
Yeah, considering the very limited inventory, getting rid of specific items is just key for the certain parts, just because you are collecting a lot of things, so you want to make as much space as possible for those items. Yeah. So now we're going to get one of the first masks, I believe.
Yeah, this is Death Mask 1. So right now we're so technically, with the serum for Richard, he's on a timer. I think it's like a 5-minute timer. So what most people do in a casual playthrough is they'll go grab the serum and then go right back up to Richard to give it to him. But in the speed run, in both Jill and Chris's run, we not only get the serum from this side of the mansion, we get this death mask here on this side. If you're Chris, you have to go into this other room here and grab a key as well. But yeah, basically you want to get what you need from this side before you go back upstairs.
Yeah.
And if you're too slow, then Richard will die. Which,
yeah, we don't want Richard to die. We want to make sure he's alive and well, right?
Yeah. Richard totally survives. We're saving him.
We're totally not going to use him for yawn. Nah, we would never do something like that. That's just unheard of.
Nah, no way. Alrighty.
Yeah, Richard, fun cutscene with Richard in the classic is just the ouch, ow. It's my favorite thing ever. I love it. I hate that he's in pain, but damn, is that funny.
I know, he's just like, ouch. And then like he has this giant bite on his arm. All right, this juke here is a little silly.
Yeah, so we have a zombie here. He can be very finicky. If he's a sleeper, we don't like that. But thankfully, Mar got through that without any issues. Let's go. Wow.
Yeah,
that's a tight squeeze,
It is.
too.
You move that bookshelf, and it's like, oops, surprise zombie. And then sometimes that guy will sleep. Sometimes he'll grab you, and then that other zombie who came inside, sometimes he'll try and sandwich you there, and it can just become messy really quick. So,
yeah. As I've definitely had a lot of runs die in that room because of the zombie in the closet tends to just be very grabby when you least expect it.
So on the way here to do the little piano puzzle, I pick up the wooden emblem, and most people will pick up the wooden emblem first at the very beginning of the game. But since I also run Chris, he picks it up at this point in time, or he picks it up, later. So I still want to run his category, and when you switch categories, you just kind of like get used to certain things. So that's that's one thing there. I was like, I don't mind picking this up later.
Time for some Moonlight Sonata. Our favorite song.
That we hear one note of.
Oh, lovely. Beautiful song. Encore! Encore!
No, real talk, when I was taking piano lessons, I asked my piano teacher if she could get the sheet music for this so I can learn this. And I only learned like the first bit of it, not the part where it got up to here. But yeah, it was pretty cool. I was a huge fan of this game when I was a youngin'.
Yeah, this game, like for the date that for the time that it came out, it absolutely stunning game. Just overall, the game mechanics and everything, it really holds up.
Yeah.
Like it feels like a game that might have came out like a couple of years ago, you know? It's just so polished. And if you haven't played this game, play it.
Please. It goes on sale on Steam very often, usually for like $5. So
yeah.
please go get it.
No excuse.
Please go get it. Next Capcom sale.
Hey, there you go.
Alrighty, so we're picking up our shield key because this will give us access to the attic. And what's interesting is that most keys that you pick up, at least in the mansion keys, give you access to multiple rooms. But this shield key is literally for one room, and that's it.
That's all she wrote.
Yeah.
Time to go fight some yawn.
Say hi to a big old sneaky.
Hi, Richard. Bye, Richard.
I remember when I first saw that, I got like very scared because I was just like, who's that breathing in the corner? I thought it was a zombie, but no, it was Richard.
Yeah, so Yawn here you have to dodge him a little bit, but thankfully in the remake, it's a little bit easier. It's not as rough as the classic version of Yawn. Thankfully, you can just walk right past Yawn here, grab the mask, and get out. In classic, if you do get bit by Yawn, which there's still a possibility of it happening in the remake, but if you do get bit by Yawn in classic, you lose 2 minutes. It's insane.
Yeah, Richard's totally still alive.
Yeah, he's fine. Yeah, he's perfectly fine. He's just taking a nap with Yawn. He's having a cuddle session.
Yeah, he's totally fine, folks. Totally fine. But yeah, we grabbed our second death mask. Right here is a puzzle to get our third death mask there. If you don't solve this puzzle, or if you just go in here and press that button in the middle right away, some poison gas will come out and do quite a bit of damage to you. Which is what's interesting. The puzzle in the original was just all you had to do was just move a couple statues over some vents.
Yeah.
This one,
yeah, you just had to make sure that the block itself just covered the vent. It didn't even have to technically cover the vent. As long as it showed that it was covered on the screen, you were fine. Yeah. So this is a little bit more complex and more depth to this puzzle anyways.
Yeah. Alrighty. So on our way to get our last death mask. And before we do that, we're going to go down into this save room right here. Barry... Oh, I thought he grabbed me for a second. Oof.
Oh, jeez. That was a close one.
Barry was nice enough to leave us some flame rounds and a first aid. We're just going to grab the flame rounds, though, because we're going to use that for 2 boss fights coming up.
We don't need no heals.
Oh, we got one in the box. It's fine. And we got some more on the way. So that's one thing that's really nice about this run when you're learning it is there's plenty of defense items and heals on the way. I know it doesn't seem like it. It seems pretty brutal. But it does really help out. And not just that, when you're first learning the run, just picking up those things, picking up a defense item or picking up a heal, it takes like, it loses like 3 seconds, but early on in a run, that's really not that much.
It helps a lot because learning this run can be, there's a little bit of an uphill battle sometimes, just learning how learning the camera switches, learning the stair skating, learning all sorts of things. So it definitely doesn't hurt to pick up a heal here and there just for safety reasons. But once you get real good, you don't need no heals. Maybe one.
Yeah.
Maybe one.
Maybe just keep one. But another thing too, you definitely want to, stay healthy, whether it's in fine or yellow caution, because once you get to orange caution or danger, and Jill's holding her hip, she goes very, very slow. Oh my goodness. Alrighty.
So now for a little boss fight here.
That's not ominous.
With Crimson Head. Yeah, no, coffin dropping from the ceiling. Weird monster in a coffin. I'm sure it's fine.
It's fine.
Oh. Well, I guess we'll use the grenade launcher here.
Sure. Alrighty, so we're gonna use flame rounds for this guy.
So it should take about 3 rounds.
It does take 3 exactly. Good.
There you go.
Awesome.
And just like that, easy boss.
There we go. Good stuff.
There it is.
Yeah, sometimes he can take...
Good job.
Thank you. Sometimes he can take 4, but 3 is good because we're going to need those other 3 flame rounds for another boss fight later on. So if he takes 4, it's okay. There's a backup, but 3 is definitely ideal.
Yeah. Thankfully, this game is quite littered with a lot of backup things. So if something does go awry at any point... there is some nice backup strats to help or just backup items.
Yeah. Alrighty, so we're gonna go ahead and leave the mansion for now. Not forever, but for now.
Just for now.
Yeah. Because we're
gonna go into the... We're gonna go meet a special little friend.
Yeah. So I'm gonna grab this heal here just because not only for this area coming up, it's just we won't come across another full heal for a little while. Hang on a second. There we go. So this is a very simple puzzle. You just want both of these roosters to be pointing down, and the speed of when those things do it, it spin. It can be fast, it can be slow. So basically, you don't.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a timing to it, so you want to make sure that it does land exactly where you need it. This does take a little bit of a learning curve to know the timing for it, but once you get it, it's pretty tame.
One thing I've definitely learned from running this game is that you don't want to spam the X button to confirm text, because sometimes you'll end up hitting something you don't want to, or you'll do something a little extra. Like with that, yeah, I've definitely done that puzzle slow because I've just sat there and spammed, because the text scrolls so fast on the simple Chinese text. On English,
oh yeah,
yeah, English
English takes so long.
You're sitting there spamming X on English and it's just scrolling so slow. But yeah, simple Chinese, it's like one and done.
Oh yeah, great.
All right, so we're gonna go bank a couple more items here. We don't need the lighter or any mansion keys anymore. Good riddance, but we're gonna pick up this square crank. And nothing bad ever happens when you pick up a key item, right?
Oh yeah, no, of course not. Yeah, sure. Oh. Oh no!
Ow!
Jill!
You know that's her death animation?
Yep. I find it very funny that her death animation is used the same as her being just knocked out.
Yeah.
Like, wait, is she dead or?
Yeah, it's crazy.
So we have to do a little bit of a dodge here for Lisa, because she does try to swing at you.
Yeah.
But once she swings at you, it's pretty much a free pass. But yeah, she can be tricky because the camera angle.
Yeah, so you just kind of do like a little diagonal at her. Oh my goodness, trying to dodge her with Chris. His hitbox is a little tankier than Jill's. So sometimes, 9 times out of 10, I always get hit with Chris. But with Jill, she just kind of squeezes right by. No big deal.
She's a tiny lady.
Alrighty, so with our crank, that means we can go access some new areas. So we will not be returning to, I guess, the woods. Yeah, because this is the graveyard/woods. Yeah, we won't be coming back here for a while.
Yeah, there is an item you can get in this cemetery, but for the speed run, we don't.
Oh,
we don't.
Yes.
Focus on that.
Yeah, so they actually do a little callback to those little wind and sun and moon crests that you had to collect in the first game. Yeah, because those were originally your keys to get out of the mansion, but here you just only collect one if you do a puzzle upstairs, and then you can use that to get the little not little, you use that to get the magnum out here in the cemetery. But yeah, it's very slow to do that, so we just use other weapons here.
Just stick to our good old-fashioned grenade launcher.
Mm-hmm. Now, would you...
Well, thankfully, the dogs were very nice there.
They were. Because, yeah, some of these enemies can be just... they could be very chill, or they could just be very aggro. So, thankfully, those dogs were chill.
Yeah.
And also, would you call this a swimming pool? Because when I was a kid, I thought it was a swimming pool, but it definitely does not look like one.
I mean, it could be a pool if you really... If you really want it to be, it could be a pool. However, it's a little weird for a pool.
Yeah, I was like, the ladder's very deep, and 2, there's just like, I don't know. It's not built like a pool, but it looks like a pool. I don't know. I thought it was a pool. Alrighty.
All right, so we're going to the greenhouse.
The residence.
Oh, sorry, residence. I think in classic it's called a greenhouse. I can't remember. My memory's terrible. Don't listen to me.
No, it's okay. It's called something in the original.
It's basically a greenhouse.
Yeah, it looks kind of green in here.
Like a residence/greenhouse. You know, there's spiders and stuff. There's a bar here.
Yeah. So we grabbed this red book. We're going to need that for a puzzle later. We got some beagle spiders. This guy's like, halt, who goes there? Goodbye, though. Those spiders are so silly. Oh. Yeah, so...
Yeah.
Oh no, there's a little plant there under the floorboards, and unfortunately, so what you would normally do casually is just kind of put a box. You would just push a box over top of that so it doesn't grab you. But as long as you just shake it off as quick as you can, it won't do as much damage to you. So yeah, it's just faster to take the damage.
Because even in the classic, you were given an option to push a statue onto the hole. Even in the classic, we don't focus on that. We just go right through and call it a day.
Yeah, and that's another reason I picked up that heal, because right now we are on yellow. What am I doing? Right now we are on yellow caution, and oh no, that guy fell. I hope he doesn't come this way. Normally I don't mess up that movement that much. I just don't want to see a zombie in... Okay, there we go. I just didn't want to see a zombie in the foreground.
Yay. Yeah, we did it. There you go.
But yeah, we still run the same on... like, if we're on yellow caution, we still run the same like as we were on fine. But yeah, once you hit orange caution, you're like, well, I gotta heal.
Yeah, orange caution and critical, the movement speed is lowered by quite a lot. So obviously you want to main focus on not getting any damage, but that can be quite hard considering the enemies.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, time for our shark friends.
Yeah, and this part's super chill. We just have to push some boxes. Jill's.
You don't have to push the box 23 times before you get to the edge. That's one thing I like about the remake is that they did simplify certain things that were a little tedious in the original, especially for this section here. You had to push the box like 23 times to get it to the edge so you can start pushing the other boxes. But they made it a lot closer for this version, so it is a little bit easier and a lot quicker to get through. Because imagine pushing this box all the way to the end of the hallway.
Yeah. Oh my god. It was far, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, it was like literally at the beginning of the other hallway.
Yeah. Oh yes, you're correct. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I think Capcom was like, yeah, let's just move a little closer. It'll be nice for everyone.
Just push it over. It's fine.
What's funny is like normally I run a couple game series at the same time, so I'm also like running Crash Bandicoot, like on like not right now obviously, but like when I'm not running Resident Evil, I'll be running Crash Bandicoot, and I try to cross over.
Wait, this isn't Crash Bandicoot?
I'm like, oh hey, these crates are full of Wumpa fruit.
Give me the Wumpas.
I mean, hey, if this took place in 1998, I'm sure Jill and Chris had PlayStations.
Yeah, maybe.
All right.
They probably didn't have much time for it. Also, sharks, by the way.
Hello, sharks.
These sharks don't really cause any issues except for right here. That's about the only place. Oh, there, we're fine.
Blocking me? Weird.
Oh. Yeah, they can body block you, and usually when you're crossing that bridge, they will attack you there. I don't know, I can't remember how to avoid it, but yeah, it's not too much to worry about, but it can be quite annoying, especially if it knocks you down to orange caution.
All right, folks, give us a number, 1, 2, or 3. No more, no less.
1, 2, or 3, chat. Put a 1, 2, or 3 into the chat.
Yes, please.
Pick a number between 1 and 3.
1 and 3, 1 and 3. 3, please, that's my favorite number. Oh, this part's RNG.
Someone said pick 3.
Yeah, this part's RNG. So as you saw, Big Mama Neptune, she went to go break the glass. That sets off this whole alarm system where we have to like release some, like a pressure valve of sorts. The solution always is on this little whiteboard here. It is 1. Who had 1?
We had more 3s than 1s. We had a few 1s.
Good.
We had a lot of 3s.
Nice. All right. But yeah, 2 is the worst because, yeah, it's 1 extra input. But yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Some people I know will just like put in the number without looking at the thing. And I'm just like, wow, y'all are pros.
I usually just guess. I'm like, it's 2, right? Chat's going crazy with the numbers. Thank you, chat.
Yeah.
Thank you.
When I ask folks, they'll give me like 4, 7. I'm just like, guys, please, folks.
Somebody put a 7 in there. There was a 7 in there.
Folks, please.
There was even a 1.75.
Of course.
All right, now it's time to deal with Neptune.
Big Mama Neptune. These poor sharks. You can't help but feel bad because
I know.
Umbrella learned that when they gave the T-Virus to sharks, it really didn't do much to them. I guess it made them a little bit more mean, but it did nothing else. You see with other monsters, it like mutates them and all that stuff. But with the sharks, it's just like, no, it made them big and angy.
Yeah, it just made them mega sharks. So the shark basically knocked down the key. But if you're quick enough to turn to go grab it, you should always miss getting snagged there.
Yeah, you can absolutely die and get eaten there. That's the Neptune skip there. Normally, you can just push that you could push that big electric box down and electrocute Neptune. But yeah, we could just skip it, which we did.
Yeah. The game gives you quite a bit of options on how to tackle a situation. But for the speed run, we usually just try to dodge the attack and grab the key. Yeah. Usually it's pretty straightforward and simple, but there is times where it can, if you mess up an input, it can grab, like Neptune can grab you, you die, it's terrible, we hate it. But thankfully, we got through it safely.
Yeah, so, all right. I was going to say, as soon as you get into the water, and you just press like up and left on the D-pad, and it should give you that line every time. But... all right, here we are. We're this is kind of a greenhouse. Yeah, did you say?
It is kind of greenhouse.
Greenhouse-ish, but we got some bees, not the bees.
Not the bees! Oh God!
Yeah.
Run!
We definitely want to avoid them because things such as bees and snakes, they can bite you with a chance of poisoning you, so we just want to avoid them entirely.
Yeah, thankfully, they're not too much of an issue. Once you get the gas, you gas them up, and then they're done. You don't have to deal with them too much after that.
And that's it.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, so there's actually a little storeroom here with a bunch of chemicals. You can create a chemical called V-Jolt that you can use to help weaken Plant 42, which is the big old plant boss fight we're about to fight here in a second. But in the speed run, we don't use V-Jolt, but I think you do for knife only.
Yeah, probably.
Pretty sure.
Yeah, the V-Jolt is... I swear I remember I had to do math with that puzzle. It is a bit of a complicated puzzle when you do it, but... overall, it's not too bad. This puzzle is also pretty simple. It's just make the picture a picture. There you go. There's the picture.
Alrighty.
Pretty straightforward. And now it's time for Plant 42.
Yes.
Oh boy. So Mar's basically going to be doing a lot of quick shots with the grenade launcher and aiming slightly up to make sure that they hit Plant 42. All right. And then we wait for this cutscene, little mini cutscene that is, and then do one more shot. And that should be the end of Plant 42. There it is.
Down they go.
Hey.
All right, goodbye, Plant. And we definitely don't want to...
Good fight.
Thank you. We definitely don't want to be running with that grenade launcher because, ooh, goodness, you run slow with that.
Oh, yeah. It's crazy how carrying a weapon will slow you down even though it's still in your pocket.
Yeah. If you're holding onto the survival knife, it's just like running like normal. But yeah, even the pistol, it looks small, but no, it makes you run a little bit slower. All right, so there was a cutscene there where we encountered Wesker. Wesker was shooting at some bees, and it was like, Wesker, where on earth have you been?
Oh, I love the classic cutscenes. They're so good.
They're so good.
But yeah, now we're going back to the mansion and we're gonna be introduced to a little new enemy.
We are.
Everybody's favorite.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, that dog was getting a little risky.
Wow, I took that line a little too
Oh, these snakes can be pretty aggressive sometimes.
Yeah. Also, chance of poison. You got to take that line at a very specific angle, and sometimes I mess it up quite a bit. I'm surprised. I think I got the initial angle right, and then I started running into the edge, and I was like, "Oh no!" But yeah, thankfully, no bites.
Oh no!
Oh no! No bites. All right. Okay.
All right, so it's time to meet our favorite enemy of the game, Battletoads.
And before we get there, I'm going to pick up all of these things that Barry left. Again, just picking up a heal for safety, just in case, because of our new friends we're about to meet. Whew. But yeah, picking up those grenades, picking up another defense, just because, yeah, the mansion portions of this run are pretty brutal. So I'm picking up.
Especially on the return. Specifically, the hunters are way more aggressive in this version of the game. Okay, there we go.
Okay.
So you can actually get sandwiched on that staircase if you're not careful and you don't time it properly. They will sandwich you and they will kill you. It is very easy for these hunters to trap you and just essentially, you know, one-shot you almost.
Yeah.
It's very scary.
Yeah.
So that's why she needed a little bit of silence so she can hear where they were.
Yeah.
And there it is.
When you hear the hunter upstairs scream, when it roars, that's when you go, because then it'll jump downstairs. So then you want to stair skate as quick as possible up there to avoid any sandwiching of those guys, because yeah, even their just normal attack where they swipe you, you just get stunned. You can just get locked there, and it's really unfortunate when you can't mitigate that. I did pick up the heal just in case there, but even then, like, I've healed before on caution, but if the hunter winds up for that death kill where they behead you, I mean, no amount of healing will help that. So it's a very tricky section.
Yeah, and obviously, of course, we don't want to become a Jill sandwich.
Goodness. Oh, man.
I had to throw it in there.
Well, they actually did reference that here in this game, but Barry's like, oh, you could have fit nicely into a sandwich. You're like, boo.
They ruined it. They ruined the one good phrase. Come on.
I love the spider here. He just backs up. Oh, excuse me.
He's like, whoa, 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 whoa. You're coming at me at a speed I don't like.
I like to make little backing up noises when the spiders are backing up. Beep, beep.
Oh, that guy's being nice.
Yeah, that was fortunate. This guy's sleeping though a little bit, but okay, not bad. Thank you, sir. All right. Now, here in the kitchen, we got two zombies. Well, I guess just this one. We call this one Gordon Ramsay. Don't like him very much. I'm just going to take my time with him. I have a hard time juking him, and then sometimes he just won't lunge, so I'll just let him come to me, and I'll just swipe around him. Whew. Alrighty. So we're making our way back to the second floor of the mansion on kind of like an area we haven't been to quite yet, but it'll all circle back around to a familiar spot here very shortly. Beforehand, I'm going to pick up one more little safety defense item, pick up a battery, and
thankfully defense items don't take up any inventory space, so you can pick up quite a few, especially if you're unsure of how an area is going to go. Specifically, this area, we're going down Murder Hall again.
Okay.
But this time...
right here. Oh, okay. Defense item,
Oh, it's okay. We got the defense. There we go. And then the Crimson Head.
Nice,
there it is.
Nice.
Whew.
My heart.
Good job. Good job. Whew, that was scary.
Yeah. Being able to make it there without getting grabbed is super nice, but yeah, just not taking damage there, even if you have to use a defense item, is still a win in my book. So that was good. Very good.
That was very good. Thankfully, we had the defense, so great. And now it's time for Yawn Point 2.
Return of the Snick. All right, so grenades on...
Return of the Yawn. So we do a few shots with the grenade launcher here. We do like a little bit of a pause. We back up, do another one, and now we're going to bring him back. We're going to bring him down to the lower level and finish him off. Shouldn't be too bad. Just gotta make sure you line it up. And there it is.
Down he goes.
Easy does it. And there goes Yawn. That's revenge for Richard. I mean, what?
What? I thought Richard was chilling upstairs.
Actually, yeah. No. He's still alive. Yeah, definitely still alive.
Alrighty. So we got another book here. We actually didn't pick up, we didn't talk about the first book that we picked up, but it's okay. Just assume that everything we pick up is for a reason.
Usually you would hope there's a reason.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, so we have to collect these two books to be able to get to the lab. Two of these books have, I believe, medallions that we need to collect to open the lab area.
Yeah. So we're going back through Murder Hall again, but thankfully this is the very last time we get to see it. And this is the easiest pass because we just go right here. And that's it.
Oh, bless.
Yeah, now we
don't have to...
Yeah, now we never get to see it again. Bless up.
There you go.
Let's see.
So this is a little bit of a puzzle here. Essentially, what the idea is behind this is that we want to get the items that are on the taxidermy heads above, but the statue that's turning right there, we don't want it to be looking at us while we're doing that, because then we cannot pick up the item.
There we go. Yeah, if it
and.
Oh, I was gonna say, if it looks at you there, then it just locks that gem in place. So yeah, you definitely want to kind of you want to make sure it's not looking at you. And technically, there's 2 gems in that room. There's a yellow gem as well, which you can use, I believe, downstairs, right? Yeah,
I believe
on that little tiger statue. But you don't need to do that unless it's for best ending. I'm pretty sure the yellow gem is for best ending because there's a blue gem, yellow gem, and a red gem. So I think the yellow gem's for best ending. Can't remember.
Somebody brought up something in chat. How do you skip door animations? Great question, actually. So Mar is currently using a mod called Door Skip. Essentially, it is something that we use if we're using the analog stair skating, which is basically a macro in a way. It's essentially allowing us to do stair skating without hurting our wrists.
Yeah.
So door skip allows us to be able to use that. If you do not have door skip, you cannot use the analog stair skating.
Yeah, it's because not only does that save the 20 minutes of door loading animations, but yeah, being able to analog stair skate is makes the category super accessible because yeah, our hand health is super important. But yeah, very, very beautiful explanation, Kat.
Yeah, because I remember when I ran this game before there was analog stair skating, and oh boy, it's a workout on the arms. I tell you, it is not fun. So having this analog stair skate is amazing. And if you want to run this game, I highly recommend you use it. It helps a lot with learning, and it also helps a lot with just enjoying the game.
So I believe, Maxi Lobes, he made a tutorial. It's on...
Maxi's in chat, actually.
Oh, hey. Yeah, Maxi. Yeah, it's be sure. It's like on speedrun.com, I believe, under resources. And yeah, he has a really awesome in-depth tutorial on how to set that up. I believe there's like one setting that's a little bit different for that, but either way, he makes it super awesome and user-friendly to get set up. So yeah, highly recommend if you want to run Resident Evil HD Remaster, do it on Door Skip. Your hands will thank you.
Yeah, I definitely wish I had that when I was running this game.
You can come back to it, you know.
I know, you're not wrong. I could come back to it. I do kind of miss this game. I like the randomizer better, though.
Do you think Kat should come back to running Remake? Yes, yes,
no,
or yes?
No.
Yes or yes?
This is a great game to run if you're looking into finding a Resident Evil game that you want to learn that's not too hard. It is a little bit of at first it's a little rough, but once you get the hang of it, it's really comfy.
Yeah, well, I will say this is at least initially learning it, just compared to the other. That was my fault. Compared to the other Resident Evil games that I learned, because they're all like newer ones with like checkpoints and autosaves. That's really the hardest part about learning, is just like, getting used to no saves and, oh goodness, I died, runs over, that sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly. You have to get over that hump a little bit. God damn it, everybody's saying yes. Damn it, chat!
Peer pressure. In a good way. All right, so now we're in the caves, aka Hype Cave. We're gonna go, so we're actually gonna be reunited with a fellow STARS member, but not for very long, because they get assassinated by an unknown person. Whoever could it be?
Unknown, oh my. It's so funny in the classic version of this cutscene, because like, you can hear the person come in, do the shot, and then Jill just kind of stands there. What? Who was that?
Couldn't even turn around or anything. Oh, alrighty.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Got some friends.
So we got a little bit of some battle toads up in here. Thankfully, they're not too shabby. There are a few moments where they can get a little worrisome.
Alrighty. So this part here, we're actually going to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. This puzzle is very frustrating. So I will take a second to... I can't talk and do this puzzle at the same time, so feel free to put in some little lore here. Any game lore?
Yeah. So this puzzle actually isn't in the classic version at all. It's a little bit of a finicky puzzle. As you can see, Mars trying to move the pieces around to fit accordingly, because they do need to fit in their exact spots. They don't need to be perfectly placed, but they do need to be, there needs to be enough space for them to be there. It's not too hard, but yeah, it is a little bit of a pain when you're running the game and you're like, oh god damn it, just move over here a little bit.
Yeah.
Move, no, right there. Just right there.
And I would say, well, most of the time, I was going to say, the pieces seem to be, I wouldn't say like totally RNG, but like, you know, how much you have to rotate. All right, Black Tiger, aka Betty, because I've named all the BOWs regular names. BT, Black Tiger, Betty. So yeah, stay a little quiet.
Hey, Betty. Hey, girl. How you doing? Oh, you're looking great today, Betty.
Oh, look at that! Look at that tackle, like a train.
Woo! All right. So basically, Mars going to be aiming for the little spider webs here and killing Black Tiger at the same time. Goodbye, Betty. Sorry, Betty. We will miss you.
That was lucky. Sometimes she gets really aggressive and will start shooting poison at you. She'll tackle you again. That's actually the best that could go. So nice.
That was actually the best case scenario. If you're able to get Black Tiger at the same time, it is just so relieving because you can get the rest of the door down and get through without any problems. Yeah. But yeah, it's nice when you get it because it's super satisfying too.
Yeah. And you know, we do have to pass back through there, and if she's still alive, you kind of have to do like a little hesitating movement because she'll either sit there or she'll do her little train attack again where she just moves through like a train. But if she's dead, yeah, because she goes so fast and it's like, I can't think, it's like she just, yeah. But anyways.
She is quite quick.
But yeah, if she's dead, then you don't have to worry about it. Just easy peasy. Oh, excuse me.
I do like that the remake does give you the option. It's a little bit quicker on being able to get the door and also killing her at the same time. It's really nice that they added that because in the classic version, you either had to kill her really quickly and then get the door, or you stand in front of the door, let her spit at the door to get rid of the webs, and then carry on. I usually do that because it's just more funny because you stand in front of the door for 2 seconds, move out of the way, she spits it, do it over and over again until it's done.
Yeah, it's just it's just really nice if she's out of the way though. Don't have to worry about anything. And like,
oh yeah, definitely.
I think in the OG she doesn't have another spider there with her, right? In this game there is another spider just kind of lingering up there. Ugh.
Yeah, Black Tiger is all on her lonesome in the classic.
Yeah. Alrighty, so they kind of break up the little action-packed stuff here with just, you know, Resident Evil's full of puzzles, random puzzles. Sure. Alright, grab this guy. So I actually have one. Since I have that heal, I will have to eat that because I'll run out of inventory space here in a second.
Someone in chat is actually very impressed that you're wearing gloves while speedrunning. Oh. This is actually a Mar classic. She wears gloves all the time. Yep. It's just something that she does. It's just a comfort thing, you know?
TLDR, sweaty spaghetti palms. So creams don't work, gels don't work. No, just my gloves work. And I feel weird gaming without gloves. So there you go. You know what? I'll just put the crank away. Why not?
There you go.
It's okay. I don't mind keeping this heal on me.
I like the gloves though. It's cute. I like them. They look great on
you. Thank you. It's funny. I had
Battletoads.
I had a friend recommend me one time, "Hey Mar, what gloves do you use?" And I linked them to him, and he was like, "Oh, I thought they were fingerless." I'm like, "Nope."
Not quite.
They were quite upset. They weren't fingerless gloves, so they didn't get them. So that's okay. All right, this is one of those moments you don't want to spam because if you do, you'll, you know, have to do this puzzle all over again. Alrighty.
And down we go.
Deeper.
I don't remember if Barry shows up here.
He does.
Ah, okay, yeah, he does. Because I remember you get the Magnum, I believe, here. Been a while since I ran this game, so bear with me.
A little bit later. Bear with you? Barry with me.
Bear with me. Yeah.
Berry. Yeah. I'm so bad at coming up with puns. Y'all know my jokes of the day that I post on a weekly basis.
I love your jokes of the day.
I look them up on the internet and then I put my own spin on it. So if I had to sit here and come up with puns and jokes, it would literally take me all day. So I give credit when credit's due.
We love that.
Alrighty.
But more pushing of boxes. So basically, we gotta push the box onto this little
elevator,
excavator thing. I don't really know what to call it. Anyway, we gotta put it on there.
Transporter.
Yeah, whatever you want to call it. We gotta put the box on there so that way we can move the quote unquote excavator, elevator, whatever.
We're just transporting some Wumpa fruit.
Yeah, exactly.
Alrighty, Lisa pops up here. Oh, my bad. This is why I kept that heal, because
there we go.
So Lisa, when she hits you, will knock you down one full health state. I was on fine, but if I got into orange caution, I was probably on the lower end of fine. So that's okay. That is okay. And Barry ditched us. Barry, that is
Barry, how could you? You and your Berry Butterfingers. How dare
that is not very nice of him. So we won't forget that, dude. Promise.
Jill will remember this.
we will not forget. Alrighty. Pushing more stuff.
A box pushing simulator, am I right?
Jill's getting a huge workout though. She's been running, she's been pushing. Yeah.
She's getting her cardio in, you know?
Absolutely. I actually don't know what this would be for in real life. I guess it's something like mine-related equipment, right?
My guess would be just making things small by crushing it, but I don't know.
Like a trash compactor or something?
Yeah, that's the idea that I'm thinking.
Yeah.
So we're grabbing the flamethrower. I believe it's a flamethrower. I can't remember exactly, but we're grabbing this item here so that way we can use it to open a door, essentially.
It is broken, so we cannot use it, but that's okay. It basically is just a key.
But we still can use it, but just to open a door, because there is a little latch that you can put a weapon on or something on. So we're going to use that to essentially access to this other area. But first, we got to access these levers
right there
to open it. There it is.
So the reason I kind of baited Lisa to that direction is so she wouldn't be here. If you didn't do that, she would. Whoops, wrong thing. She would be here, but yeah, some people they'll just kind of juke her on the way, and I'm just like, I'm just gonna play it safe for now. But yeah, so
I love the set pieces in this area.
I know. So essentially, Lisa, we actually didn't talk too much about Lisa, but this is where she lives. She was the daughter of George Trevor, who was the architect of the Spencer Mansion. Unfortunately, Oswald Spencer, he kind of tricked George and his family to come over here, and they kidnapped Lisa and her mom and then killed George. So, they were doing testing on Lisa and her mom, and Lisa was very responsive to the progenitor virus, and she was kind of like the catalyst for like the G virus and all sorts of umbrella research and stuff. And then as a result, she's become immortal. She cannot die. That's why we, when we encounter her, we just kind of skip her and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, very sad story. I think she has the most tragic story in the entire Resident Evil universe.
Honestly, though, poor Lisa. Pour one out for Lisa, because damn, if that happened to me, I'd be in tears.
Yeah, and she's been here since like 1967 or something like that. Definitely since like the 70s, and it's now like the 90s. So she's just been wandering around. But she makes herself a fire, and I didn't notice this until the other day. She has little slippers next to her bed.
She has slippers.
Yeah, it's so cute. Sorry.
I'm just trying to imagine Lisa with slippers.
I know. I genuinely did not know this until like last night. I was just kind of like observing, her bed and all that stuff, her little bedroom and all the little knickknacks she has. And yeah, I just saw a little pair of slippers. Wait, did I not? I did not put away the freaking jewelry key.
Can you take a moment to go drop things off?
Let's see, because this is again a moment where you spam. No, I should be fine. I should. Okay. Yeah, I'll be fine. There's a item box on the way. Excuse me, Jill.
There you go.
Yeah, I was just like, because sometimes if you forget to discard a key, it will really mess up your menuing. But yeah, thankfully I have both keys to make it to the bottom part of the mansion here. So yeah, sorry. Minor freak out, all's good.
Oh, you're all good. Sometimes, you know, the mind overthinks things. It's all good.
Yeah, it's just spamming buttons, and if your hand happens to be like on an analog stick or D-pad or whatever, you know, sometimes you accidentally hit no instead of yes. But yeah, we'll be fine.
Exactly. So now we can get to the lower area near the lab with these little emblems here. So we're just gonna pop those in.
There we go. Alrighty. Now, ooh. So, you could hear these sounds at the very beginning of the game when, you know, Barry kind of prompts Jill to be like, oh, hey, like, can you look around and all that stuff? So I remember the first time I was watching my brother play this game and we saw this part like, oh, hey, this door is new. And then he clicked it and heard those sounds. We were like, oh, no, we do not want to go down there.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Yeah. All right. So I'll be quiet.
Now we're going to be coming up.
Yeah, I'm going to be quiet for this part.
We're going to be coming up on the Lisa boss fight. It's not too complicated in it, but we do have to pick up the Magnum here. We're going to tell Barry to go away pretty much, grab his Magnum, and try to push these stones off the ledge without Lisa hitting us. And you might think, you know, Lisa's slow, it's not that hard, but it's not too bad.
So
with the Magnum,
I used one more than I was supposed to, unfortunately. I like to have 3 Magnums going into the labs. If you use, you know, if you use 4, that's fine. You don't want to use more than that. So yeah, sometimes I don't think I had her close enough to the edge, but it's okay. We'll still be fine. I have backup strats.
Yeah.
Because like,
if we...
I was going to say, because really I just need grenades to clear... to clear a couple enemies. That's really it. But there's plenty of grenade rounds in the lab. I just need 1 for the final boss. That's it, and we'll be fine.
No problem. Yeah. So if you didn't have the Magnum for that section there, Lisa can be very terrifying because you do need to push the stones off of the ledges. And that can take a minute. So if you don't have the Magnum, if you don't knock her off the ledge and get rid of her right away, pretty much, she can be a threat. And she can knock you off the ledge. And that is not a fun experience. I think Chris has to deal with Lisa a little bit more there.
He does, yeah. Well, yeah, on the any % for sure. Because if you're running best ending for Jill or Chris, you know, where you save everyone, you have to push those guys.
Yeah.
All right. Excuse me. Thank you.
Somebody in chat had asked, what is your PB?
My current PB is 101.19. I have a huge estimate here because big buffer in case, you know how event luck, marathon luck is. In case I died, I had some backup saves and things like that. But yeah, my current PB is 101.19.
Nice.
Oh,
very nice.
All right, so...
All right.
What's really funny, and I just thought about this... Oh, hang on. The password for this is the lovely lady we're going to literally see right after this...
Hey,
right after this
Ada! The one thing that messes me up with this puzzle here, because they have changed the password for the remake.
Yes.
So I believe in the remake it is Cell. Yes. And in the classic version, it's Mole.
Yeah, it was really funny because I was commentating OG Ari for Cat, I want to say like a year or so ago, and I was like, oh, and the password here is Cell. And she's like, it's actually Mole. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah. It trips you up anytime you switch between the two because usually you're thinking, oh, it's got to be Mole, right? No, it's actually Cell. They really mess with you a little bit with the changes, which I kind of appreciate. It makes you double think of like, wait a second, I remember this differently.
Yeah.
There you go. He was a nice boy.
All right. I can't remember. You know what's really funny? When you speedrun stuff, you're like, I don't remember how you get the solution to this thing. But yeah, this opens up a door over here to grab yet another key. I'm going to pick up this heal just because one of the enemies we have to clear out is a Chimera, and he can be really mean. So I'm picking up that heal in case he decides to be a little stubborn.
Yeah, the labs are quite scary because it introduces naked zombies. We call them naked zombies. I can't remember the legit name for them. We just call them naked zombies because they are quite literally naked.
Yeah. I used to kill them, but now I don't. All right, here's this guy. Of course.
Yeah, these guys. Oh.
Can you, sir? Thank you. Is he dead?
Yeah, I think he's dead. Yeah, he's dead.
Sorry. That's so one thing with me and grenade launchers with Jill with her arc. Sometimes I miss potato aim. But yeah, you do have to kill that chimera. If not, he'll make things really hard for you when you go to escort a really cool thing here in a second.
Chimeras are terrifying. I definitely have had, so at least on the classic version chimeras, they are very, very aggressive and there's way more of them.
Yeah.
Thankfully in the remake, you don't have to deal with them as much, but you still need to deal with the naked zombies, however you want to call them, because they do
make sure he's
do a lot of damage.
Yeah, making sure he's dead.
Yeah,
usually dead. I kill this guy with the Magnum, but as I said, we need one Magnum round to kill this last boss. I promise. Alrighty. So now we get to escort the Nitro, the best part of the run. Yeah. All right.
So Mar's going to be doing a little bit of walking and running back and forth. So you don't want to run with the Nitro canister because if you do run with the Nitro canister, it will explode. I repeat, it will explode. So you will see Mar doing a little bit of walking and then a little bit of running. It's about 5 steps running, 4 steps running, or 4 steps walking, and then a couple steps running. It's very... You got to make sure that you do a little bit of both just to make sure it's quick. But yeah, this is a very game-ending scenario in terms of just the canister itself, because I've seen a lot of people learning the run and they run a little too long and big bada boom.
Well, apparently, I guess the counter does not reset when you go through a door, so that might be something that trips folks up too. But yeah, whose ever idea it was to power an elevator with explosive fuel, you're fired.
Well, thankfully, that's all taken care of. We just got to deal with these nasty chimeras.
And by that, we just...
Hopefully, they play nice.
By that, we just kind of dodge them. This one right here actually wants to challenge us to a race. Do you want to see? All right, let's see. Where he at?
Where he at?
There he is.
Oh, there he is, there he is, there he is. Oh!
I love that guy. He just runs alongside you.
He's just hanging out.
Yeah.
Checking out what's going on.
Alrighty. Well, now that the elevator up here is properly powered up, we can now go further down. We just keep going downstairs. That's all I've been hearing all night. Oh, we're going downstairs. Oh, we're going down.
Just goes deeper and deeper and deeper.
Alrighty.
Yeah. So it's time to meet Wesker's little friend, or big friend, mind you.
Ooh. Who dat?
The Tyrant!
Oh, no! Whatever will we do? Oh. Okay, never mind.
Oh, no! Oh, wait. That's
it? That's all she wrote.
Well, that's, he really went down easy.
He did. And, So Barry's Magnum is literally the most powerful weapon in the entire game. And you know how at the beginning of the game, with the first zombie encounter, Barry shoots the zombie 3 times and then the zombie still gets up and leaves? That's the biggest plot hole ever, I swear. But yeah. Yeah, in any percent, as much as it breaks my heart to kill Barry, that is why we need his gun, is because it kills Tyrant in literally 1 hit.
Sorry, Barry.
Barry.
You were a traitor.
All right, so now we get to leave the lab. As you hear, there's no self-destruct sequence. Nothing's going on. We got Tweedledee and Tweedledum up here. Oh god,
these zombies in classic version are so scary because you don't have defensive items in the classic version. So if they bite you, they bite you. And it can be very terrifying because this is the last segment of the game. And when you die in the last segment of the game, it's the most gut-wrenching feeling. But thankfully, these guys aren't too bad.
And in the OG version, you know, they don't like hold their stomach or anything if they're hurt. They just run the same, so you can't even tell, you know?
Exactly. So you don't know if you're in critical, you don't know if you're healthy. It's all the same in the classic version.
Yeah. Alrighty, so now Jill taking the elevator ride of shame. Oh, goodness.
We're actually going to be coming up on time soon, actually.
Yep.
We're going to be calling it in just a short moment because I don't believe we fight the tyrant.
We don't.
Here.
He's already taken care of. So once we use the signal rockets, once we skip the cutscene for the signal rockets, and time. GG's.
There you go, Jill.
Yeah.
You can relax now.
Yeah, all your friends down there. All right.
There you go.
Oh man, goodness.
Yeah, GG's.
Thank
Good
you.
job. Wow, that was great.
Yeah, we were only 27 seconds off PB, and that was with me having to just a couple small mistakes there, but pretty on par. Oh wait, is Tyrant not really dead? Oh,
no, Barry, your Magnum failed us.
Wow. Alrighty. So yeah,
GG.
there we go.
Jill,
Official results screen.
Job.
There we go. The 101.46.
101.46. Let's go.
Kat, thank you so much for commentating this. You're always the best commentary partner. The Catphoria Marflink duo.
Let's go. It's always a pleasure to commentate for your runs. I always enjoy hanging out with you. You're my best friend. I love you to pieces.
I love you too,
so
Kat.
anytime I get to commentate for your runs, it's always a good time. And yeah, thank you everybody for watching this run. We're actually going to be doing another run soon with I don't know who it could be.
I don't know.
Could it be Mar and Kat?
Maybe. A couple quick shout outs. Huge shout outs to not like a Resident Evil community, my community, Kat's community. Also special shout outs to my friend Revsir. Been friends with him for a long time. He helped me out a lot with this run. Same with Mr. Speedy-ish. Two awesome dudes there. Thank you, Maxie, there in the chat for the door skip stuff, or for the mod stuff, and of course Curse Toast for making all the auto splitter things, and also all y'all for watching, and of course extra special thanks again to Miss Kat. Thank you. But yes, stay tuned, because maybe is someone else here going to be running something? Is she here already?
Maybe there's Ada Wong, our queen
Ada. But thank you, thank you, Kat, thank you, Lana.
Amazing. Well, y'all are incredible. What an awesome first run to start off our evening. And like we've alluded to a little bit, if you happen to like the Mar and Catlink combo, then you might want to stick around because we have yet another Resident Evil run coming up just after this little break that we'll be taking soon that may or may not feature both of these incredible ladies. So yeah, if you like Resident Evil, if you particularly like Ada Wong and some Resident Evil 6 vibes, then stick around. Just a couple announcements before we head on to our next break. AGDQ 2023 online. There we go. It's going to be January 8th to the 15th. Make sure to head to gamesdonequick.com for more info. So our game submissions are already closed, but make sure to tweet at gamesdonequick and let us know what you're hoping to see on the schedule. It's sure to be a stacked lineup. I know I'm pretty excited. Also, a reminder that your subs, Prime Gaming subs, gift subs, and bits cheered on the GDQ Twitch channel help support Games Done Quick, both with our hotfix and AGDQ 2023 costs. So hey, please consider subscribing if you enjoy the daily GDQ content. So as we had mentioned, She Is Speed is not yet over for the evening. Stick around, we're going to take a short break as we set up for our next game, and afterwards, we will have Catlink taking on some Resident Evil 6 with Ada Wong. Catch you right after this break. Why, hello, lovelies. Welcome back. I hope you've been enjoying this phenomenal evening that we have been having on She Is Speed tonight. We just finished watching a Resident Evil HD Remaster run from the lovely Marforia, and we have some more runs left on the docket. One in particular, I'll let you know all about it. Before we get started, just a couple announcements. If you are joining us on YouTube today, make sure to press the like button on this video and subscribe to the channel. Also, go to twitch.tv/gamesdonequick if you're interested in watching our live content. It starts weeknights at 7 p.m. Eastern and weekends at 1 p.m. Eastern. Also, if you just want to follow what Games Done Quick is up to in general, use !links in Twitch chat for all things GDQ. All right, so like I had mentioned, we are having a lovely time working through some Resident Evil games tonight, featuring our lovely lady protagonists. So we have a Resident Evil 6 run from Kathleen coming up, and I'll let her explain all about it. Take it away.
Hello, everybody. My name is Cadlink. If you didn't figure that out by now, I am very excited to run some Resident Evil 6 Ada. Ada's my favorite lady. I love her to bits and pieces, so it is a very obvious choice that I had to go for Ada for running Resident Evil 6. I do run other categories, but this is one of my favorites, and I'll explain it a little bit later. However, I would like to thank Mar for being my commentary. I pointed backwards like she's behind me, but I always think that she's behind me.
I am in spirit.
But Mar will be... Exactly. So Mar will be my fabulous commentator for this run. But first, before we start the run, it is a thing that we need to do to show that we are zero skilled gamers. We can't have any skills to run this game. It is a necessity that we have to show that we have no skills. So as you can see, not using any. And then we can go forth into the run. So we have tons of options to choose from, and we're going to be doing amateur because it is the easiest difficulty, but that doesn't mean it makes it all easy.
It's also the quickest.
We're going to start in 3, 2, 1, go.
And we're off.
So immediately we're going to be starting off with a submarine section. Nice water, deep underwater. What could be any better? So the game's going to give you an objective to stay sneaky, essentially avoid enemies and all that stuff.
I suppose I could go.
But we're not going to do that. We're actually just going to skip that entirely. And just really make our presence known that we are here to cause chaos. But they're kind of slow, so we don't have to worry about them too bad. The one thing you'll notice with this game is that it does struggle with the camera a lot. You'll see me fighting the camera quite often, and my goodness, it is a pain. Oh, he didn't drop the item we needed.
You said that camera angle always wants to, like, go up.
Oh. Getting some really bad RNG here. Okay, it's fine. Yeah, so we need a specific item, and unfortunately we didn't get the item we needed, so that's going to be a little troublesome later into the run, and I mean quite troublesome.
Which item?
Because the game does rely on DA manipulation. If you don't know what DA is, it is difficulty adjustment. Essentially, the more you take damage and stuff like that, the easier the game is. The less damage you take, the harder the game gets.
Yeah, it's interesting how, like, every game after, like, RE4 and afterwards, it's like DA is such, like, an integral part in some of these speedruns here.
You never did have taste, did you?
Yeah,
Simmons?
and especially with this game, it's not as heavily present. It's not like a requirement that you need to lower your DA, but it does make the run significantly easier. Hold on, there we go.
You said this puzzle's
We're doing a little bit of...
Oh.
Yeah, this puzzle here is RNG. So we have to uncover what the image is. We either have to make fish, baby, bird, or a snake. So we have to make fish.
Again, fish again.
Yes, fish again. So oftentimes I usually get fish. Oh, that was already fish. Oopsie. No biggie.
And we eat the fish.
Oh, God. Fish. Ada. Yeah, so this puzzle is a little bit of a pain in the butt, especially when you're holding down A to run. Holding down the A button to run causes Ada to kind of magnetize towards certain things.
Well,
so sometimes she'll activate the puzzle again, and when she does, it... oh. Hello? Wait. Whoa. I am... Okay. I got turned it back there. Sorry. She did a weird flip thing. Usually we want to shoot that because unfortunately we get a cutscene here, but that's fine. It is okay.
It seems like the camera and Ada have their own kind of thing going on here.
The camera in this game is my biggest battle. It's my least favorite part of this game, if I had to be honest. Puzzles are fine, but hello? The game's being extra cursed today.
That's okay. You're doing just fine. She's doing fine, folks.
Yeah. It's fine. It's just small things. Your biggest battle with this game is usually always going to be the camera, because Ada tends to, whenever we want to run, the camera starts going up. We don't want that. As much as I like looking at the ceiling, it's not too great for when you're trying to navigate around certain areas.
Yeah, it's like... Oh, go ahead.
Oh,
no, I was going to say, it's because you're using controller instead of keyboard mouse.
Yes. Yeah. This game is a lot easier to control on controller. It's just way better in my opinion. So you're probably wondering why I'm pausing so much. It's basically essentially just to skip dialogue because they like to talk a lot sometimes. And so what I like to do is I just press pause and make them shut up.
And you do that a couple times throughout this run, which is cool.
Yes. We do it quite a lot at the beginning of the run. So let's see how these guys like to behave. Oh, they're being bullies. That's okay.
Big bullies.
Sometimes they can be a little nasty. There you go. So one thing with Ada is that she has a little bit of a crawl here. So if you actually roll instead of crawl, it doesn't use any stamina. However, crawling uses the most stamina. I swear you crawl too much, Ada starts to go at a snail's pace. It's very bad. So we don't want to make her go into that state because it does take like a couple minutes to get out of it.
Yeah, it was pretty wild learning that there's a stamina bar in this game. Pretty...
Yeah. So stamina is only really used for crawling. It's a little weird.
The rescues.
So when we're going into certain spaces, you'll see me diving into the holes instead of just, crawling through them, because it's a lot easier if you just do the slide or do the roll. Rolling can be a little difficult sometimes, depending on how the camera decides to behave. We're going to grab the shotgun here. Ooh. This is going to be probably one of our most used weapons for this, besides the sniper. I adore shotguns. I call them shot funs because they're my favorite weapon.
Your boomstick.
Yeah, my boomstick. It's the greatest. All right, so we got these guys here. We're just going to walk past them. If they let me, we're going to activate the cutscene by shooting him once. And now we're going to hope this guy doesn't grab me. Oh, yeah, he decided to grab me. That's okay. Not a big deal. Let's get out of here.
Whee! Her signature grappling gun.
Yeah, so some of the enemies here because there are moments where you're going to have to wait for... the prompt to show up. And when the prompt doesn't show up, you're very highly at risk of getting grabbed. And obviously, as you could tell, the grabs are not exactly ideal. All right, so this is a lot of just going from point A to point B right now, but we are doing a little bit of some cool, interesting tech. So you see me sliding at very specific moments. So the reason why I'm sliding is because it actually causes Ada to skip a stumble. So if the ground shakes, Ada will stumble, and she takes a moment to get out of the stumble. So we get rid of that by sliding exactly when we need to. It's a little bit of a timing-based thing. However, when you get it, it feels great.
You're doing great.
There you go. There's another stumble point. And thankfully, all the stumble points are pretty much the same, so you can prepare for it. So it's a little bit easier. So this is where we're going to be seeing a lot of the rolling.
Oh, goodness. Man, the rolling here, it's interesting because you barely see her when you're doing it.
Yeah, you have to really rely on where you're pointed. So we're going to fall here. We're going to wait till she gets up. We're going to point the gun
Yeah, it's so crazy.
Yeah, you can't really see her very well. There you go. You can kind of see the top of her head if she's aiming the correct way.
But hey, saving that precious stamina.
Yep. This uses no stamina at all, but the camera switches are not your friend.
Yeah, because you said sometimes you'll roll backwards or something, right?
Yeah, when the camera switches, it's very easy to accidentally roll the other way, just because of how finicky it can be. And another slow walk section.
So much.
So much for... What? I'm sorry? What was that?
Excuse me.
Ma'am? I'm sorry, we gotta look at our cube phone.
Oh my goodness. Can't believe what they were thinking of how that's even a functional thing in this universe.
The cube phone I find is hilarious because it doesn't really make much sense. Like, if you were to actually use that as a phone, it wouldn't be very practical. Especially on a field where you're, you know, fighting people and stuff. I wouldn't think that would be the best thing in your pocket.
Well, when we were talking about it earlier, because we were like, where would she put that? Because, you know, she barely has pockets. And it's like, oh, maybe she kept it in her little belt. But imagine, like, you know, she's been falling on her back and stuff. Imagine landing on your cube phone.
Yeah, no. Oh, God. That would be very sharp and pointy and not very, very fun.
Yeah. Oh, whoever made that phone, they're fired.
Yeah, no thank you. I mean, for 2012, it was probably like, oh, this seems like something people would probably use.
Yeah, in the future, sure.
All right. So this game is actually pretty notorious for doing QTEs. So when you see the analog stick QTE, the analog stick QTE is essentially if you roll both analog sticks, it makes it a lot faster. There you go. The sub is sinking fast, chat. We gotta go.
Oh no. I hope she can swim.
Oh no. I'm sure she can swim. Yeah. She's fine. Also, I like that there's rats. Pour one out for the rats.
Oh.
They're just getting drowned right now.
They always find their way home.
Yeah. No, I'm sure they're fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna do a little bit of a climb here. Go.
See, they're right there.
Say hi to our rat buddies. Yeah. They're hanging out. They're having a great time. So one nice thing about this this run is that it does have a cutscene skip. If y'all have ran Resident Evil 7, you know how notorious it was for not having a cutscene skip. Which I don't know why they went to no cutscene skip, probably for VR reasons.
Yeah.
But however, cutscene skip is great. The cutscenes in this game can be pretty cool to watch, but yeah.
I like to go fast.
Slide. We like the slides. I love Ada's slide. It's just so satisfying when you get it.
All of her action animations here are pretty smooth, and you feel so good just running through the game, I'm sure.
Yep. Still gross.
Oh yeah, the only thing, like I said before, the only thing that kind of sucks is that when you're holding down A, which you do a lot, she'll magnetize towards ledges and she'll prioritize ledge climbing over just running. So oftentimes when you're running, the game will just randomly climb a specific random item. And you're just like, okay, that's cool, I guess. I'll accept it. All right, we gotta make a gracious exit by swimming through this little hole here. It's a little shortcut to get to our next area.
She can swim, hooray!
Yay! We love that for her. All right, easy does it. There we go. Oh man, when I was first learning this run, this area specifically tripped me up so hard because there's so many ways you can go around, go in and out of the swimming areas, and you can get lost pretty easily.
Well, I can imagine.
Oh yeah, it took me quite a bit to get used to it, but we're all good now.
Someone in the chat says squeak, 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 which you totally would hear if wet leather and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely. All right, so we have some enemies coming in. We need to stay on this platform. And we gotta state our name.
Oh yeah, because you have to answer questions here while you're doing this, and you can't skip them.
Yes. So I have to stay on this platform while trying to fight these enemies and avoiding all these guys. And these guys can be quite troublesome. So I don't like to... I can't use my shotgun ammo too much here.
Interesting story.
So I'm just gonna shoot him. Get him out of here.
I've got nothing to atone for.
Hopefully... Okay, we're good. Oh, hi. Hello.
Surprise!
Yeah, so we can generally dodge these people. Like, these guys here, we can dodge them just because they do one attack, and once they've focused on one specific attack, they will dedicate their time to that attack. So you can just kind of move out of the way a little bit.
Well, that's really nice.
And then they'll just kind of keep trying to attack that one spot. It's very funny.
Oh, he's trying.
Oh, he's trying his best.
Little squid hunk. I don't know what else to call him.
Hold that thought. It's my turn.
Hold that thought, sir. It's my turn.
He's just out here practicing.
Yeah, so this part can get kind of scary because different things can happen here. Especially the enemies, they can turn into flies, and they can also turn into kind of like armored enemies. So when they turn into armored enemies, they are a little rough. They're not as bad as the flies, though.
Yeah.
So like, when they turn into flies, they literally stun lock you for 30 seconds almost. It's pretty bad.
Yeah, they seem very stubborn. But thankfully, you got this guy here. He's just trying his best.
Yeah, we're just kind of waiting for this this gate to open here. There we go, and that's the end of chapter 1.
Woo!
There it is. There we go. So this game is chapter based. I'm not too crazy about the chapters. I like a seamless gameplay. I like seamless gameplay. That's more of my thing. However, it's nice to be able to have breaks in between the chapters because IGT doesn't count when you're doing the in-between stages. So when you're trying to pick between the different, or when you're trying to go to the next stage, you can actually, go to the bathroom, get a snack if you need to, and take a little moment to yourself if you gotta.
It's nice.
Yeah, sorry, I gotta fight with these camera angles. Stairs are pretty bad when it comes to camera angles.
Hey, RE4 barrels.
Ada, I wanted you to run. No. Ada!
She loves that. She just magnets. How do they work?
This is what I mean when she prioritizes climbing over just running. It's kind of nasty.
She's magnetized. Oh, and then her powerful heels.
Yeah, she's got titanium heels. All right, so these guys are going to drop down. Thankfully, we have an item to deal with that. So we just wait for them, and done. And that's it. That's the end of those two. Didn't really put much of a fight. That's fine.
Skill points. We don't need those.
Yeah, skill points. We don't use any of those in this run. In other categories, you do use skill points, like Jake and Sherry. I did that recently with Ecdysis, and it was a good time. But we do use skill points in that category, but for this one, we do not. And you don't have to rely on an AI in this category, and that's a big reason why I like this run so much, is because you don't have to rely on an AI to be there for you and do things for you, and it's just a lot less stressful.
Yeah.
As much as we love our boy Leon, he is great. However, Helena can be quite a pain in the butt. All right. I'm going to reload, make sure we're good for the next area. So we're going to go grab a key here real quick. Hopefully Ada doesn't decide to grapple on to the side here, which she often sometimes does. We're good. Yeah, sometimes she'll jump off the ledge real quick, and it's just like, Ada, what are you doing? Like,
oh my goodness.
Yeah, she does a leap.
She just wants to show off her skills. We were saying earlier, why isn't she like a gymnast or like a stunt performer as opposed to what? Bioterror?
She does.
I don't know.
She does do some pretty wild flips.
She knows that you're doing an event, wants to show off for the chat, you know?
What? Hello?
Sir, that is not allowed.
This run is just all sorts of cursed right now. My goodness. All right, so we're gonna have to shoot this. There you go. I did get a PB last night, so I don't think we're gonna get a PB today.
You never know. You're doing amazing, Kat. Ain't you doing amazing, folks? I promise.
We're getting there.
You're doing fine. You're fine.
Yeah. But hey, still happy that I got a PB last night. We take those.
Claps all around for Kat's new PB. That's amazing. Jeez.
Yeah. Holy moly. I like to, for those who are probably wondering, operating Ada is kind of like operating a boat. She sways a lot. So when you're trying to focus on a specific point, Ada will sometimes just go her other direction and just do her own thing. And it's like, Ada, no, I don't want you to go that way. Please go the other way. Ada! I love you. Baby girl, please.
Ada!
Ada, wait! Oh, excuse me. Ma'am? Why is she she's like heavy prioritizing things that she shouldn't right now. That's never happened before. We love those moments.
Those are great moments.
I'm kind of worried about these guys now. So this part here, we need to basically staple these guys to the wall with our bow gun. So why am I stressed about this? Well, because they can do that. And if they drop and you don't have a lot of ammo, this could be bad. And they're just
not sticking to the wall.
All right, well, that's unfortunate. So what we're gonna do real quick, I'm getting like the worst luck right now. That's fine, not a big deal. So they do drop a lot of arrows, and I'm just gonna grab them. And we're gonna go through this hole here. Really unfortunate, but that's okay.
So it was like the arrow. Were you supposed to get arrows at the beginning of the game? Was that? Yeah.
Yes. Well, those were explosive arrows.
Okay.
We use those later. But here we would like as much ammo as possible so we can get them stuck to the wall. And apparently they cancel each other out. That's cool.
Interesting.
I have no ammo again.
More?
I'm a little concerned. I apologize. This is actually...
No, you're doing just fine. You know what, folks? Sometimes, with an RNG, when there's quite a bit of RNG in a run, things can happen this way. But thankfully, there's always backup stuff, and we prepare for these things. And Kat, you're doing just fine. You got this.
Really? They only gave me 2 arrows? Are you kidding me? All right, this is not good. Because he's stuck to the wall. He's gonna get stuck to the wall,
nice.
And then...
Woo!
Okay, there we
Yay!
go. See,
Woo! Yes. Yeah?
This part, I'm not even kidding. Any experienced RE6 runner will agree that this part here is very rough when they don't cooperate. And they will not cooperate sometimes. But that's fine. We got out.
You got it, yeah.
We got what we needed.
Yeah. You
a little worried for later since we don't have the explosive rounds, but that's fine. We'll deal with it. Basically, we just won't be able to lower our DA, which means that later bosses will be a bit tankier. Which is fine. It's all in the name of fun.
Yeah. No, like you're doing. I was gonna say, like, with a lot of games I run don't have a lot of RNG, so the ones you're doing like such a fantastic job. Staying composed, being hit with this type of RNG, and it can be tough to deal with. It can be rough, folks. But yeah, you're doing your composure and your grace is fantastic, Kat.
It is fine. So right here, we're gonna get a kill every enemy in the room situation, but judging by my luck, we're not gonna get very far.
Folks, can we spam some orange?
Are you not dead? There we go. I was like, wait a second, this man should be dead right now.
Folks, let's spam take energies, bless ups. Let's give Kat all the good RNG right now, please. Spam it in the chat.
I need good RNG.
Any RNG emotes, anything like that, all of it. Give it all. You got some, bring it this way.
These guys are... All right, so we're gonna throw that over into there. All right. Are they being, oh, great, cool. I am really low. Oh, I just used the axe there.
Ooh.
Can you die?
Oh,
there we go.
The camera. Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
Can we please?
There we go.
All right.
Chat's giving you all the good RNG.
We do want to prioritize getting the ammo here, so I will break open these boxes to get the ammo. Got him.
Nice.
There we go. That should have gotten him. Okay. Oh, I didn't realize it was right behind there. That's fine. So yeah, we want to kill him at the beginning of the room there because he's the only thing we worry about. Other than that, all right, roll. But yeah, we just want to get the golden tooth out of him. Then once we get the golden tooth, we can just leave that room. So that's why we try to kill him right at the beginning. I'm going to reload my gun here just because we are going to be dealing with a little bit of a situation. So we got to crawl. If we do roll in this area, the rolling will get blocked because of these guys. Ooh. And I don't want to use... Excuse me. I don't want to use too much of my stamina here because I do... Oh, sorry, I get a little quiet.
No, you're
so
good. That guy needs to get down.
There is a little bit of a blade coming at me here. So I do gotta prioritize and worry about that, but it's fine. All right, so we got all of the keys that we need.
Heck yeah.
Get everything there and get out of here.
Awesome. Folks, we need to see more RNG up in here, please.
Whew. All right, so now we can get out of here. Please give me good RNG, Debbie. Oh, please.
Bless ups and RNGs for Kat, because we love her and she's doing fantastic. But we're gonna bless her with some more good luck up in here. Give it up for Kat, folks.
Thank you. I appreciate it. This game's so finicky. Anyways, so now that we've gotten out of there, we're gonna be dealing with a little enemy. Her name is Debbie. We love her. She is a queen. Don't mind her. She enjoys being a nudist, I guess.
Something like that, yeah.
Something of that nature. But this boss fight can go one of two ways. It can either be very good in terms of Debbie cooperates, or Debbie just decides to be a pain in the butt and jump everywhere.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping she doesn't jump all over the place because that's really bad.
Yeah, so yeah, all of her movement here apparently is RNG. So the good RNG would be her staying a little bit more on the higher ground. So because Kat will mainly be using her sniper for this, she'll be taking some time to focus on that. But yeah, keep blessing up that RNG because yeah, Debbie here can just be so brutal. But we know our girls got this, so
yeah.
let's give it up.
Yeah, so taking the hit there actually was not a bad thing. Essentially, we wanted to unload a clip into Debbie to get her off of Helena because, yeah, it could take a little bit of time. So just unloading a clip, letting her hit us to lower our DA a bit helps a lot.
Oh, nice, yeah.
We're gonna grab our items here, reload real quick, make sure our weapons are good. Leon's taking his sweet time apparently. Come on, Leon, I'm waiting.
AI Leon.
This is the only time we'll have to rely on AI, and this is why I don't like relying on AI, because they can take forever. They can get stuck on corners.
It'll make sense later.
It can get bad.
I liked how, yeah.
But,
I was going to say earlier, Leon was just like running into a corner for like 10 seconds before he decided to go the right way.
Yeah, he does do that quite a bit. We're just gonna stare at this. Helena, where are you? There she is. Thank you, Helena. All right, so she's gonna move that out of the way for us, and we're going to let Leon launch us over to the other side. Whee!
Uh-oh.
And
Oh, no.
no, it's Debbie. Ah! So, Deborah.
All right, yeah.
So we're gonna just wait here for a moment.
Oh, goodness.
Don't mind her. She's a little weird. She's a little goofy.
Yeah.
But we need to essentially just shoot her tendrils or her tentacles, whatever you really want to call them. We need to shoot the obvious glowing marks. But shooting those glowing marks are not easy. It will not be easy. It is going to be quite rough unless she decides to play nice.
Yes.
Which she's playing nice.
Yeah, the high ground up there, what we mentioned earlier, that's the good stuff. So we'll bless
Yeah,
that.
we like it when she does that.
Yeah. Oh, she went up there again. Nice.
I'm making... Will she stay up there, though? That's the question. Nope. So this is where it can get a little interesting. Ma'am? Alright, this is what I mean. She moves a lot.
Yeah, and
It's hard to...
primarily using sniper here because we need to save all of our shotgun ammo and all of those other things for later down the line. So that's why Kat's prioritizing her sniper right now.
Leon! Leon is... So if Leon or Helena do damage to Debbie, she will basically go away off to Neverland and never come back, and it's quite frustrating. There we go.
And if you see Kat kind of swapping hotkeys really quick, that just helps her get shots quicker. And all that. So you see her go into her menu often for that.
Okay. I don't know if I got it there. So I'm trying to not use shotgun ammo, but I will use it if I feel like Debbie's being frustrating. Which she is kind of being frustrating right now.
Nice. Dodge.
Where is her? I missed. Ma'am. I am just...
Leon, Helena, help. Do some damage.
There we
Nice.
go. Jeez, Louise.
Nice.
All right. Debbie's being a bit of a downer. She's a little bit of a Debbie downer.
A little bit.
But that's fine. She did a little bit of damage to us, which is fine. And we actually got some explosive rounds for the arrows in the fight. So that helps a lot because we're going to lower our DA real quick. So lowering our DA right here, and Helena's going to pick us up. This is the only time we can really do this because otherwise we won't have someone to pick us up. Tic-tac.
Yeah, you said the heals in here are tic-tacs.
Yeah, we got to make sure our health is minty fresh.
Heck yeah.
There we go. We should... I might need to get some more... I'm trying to think ammo-wise. So this is the one chapter that you do rely a lot on shotgun ammo. Specifically near the end of the level where we're going to be using a good amount of the shotgun ammo. So using it during Debbie is not optimal, but if I do feel she's being annoying, then I will try to use 1 or 2 if I can, but we use 3, so I'm a little worried. But it should be okay for the most part. We're just waiting for Leon right now to get down to the lower platform so we can get on here. So this is kind of just a huge waiting segment. We're not going to help Leon. Leon's a strong, independent man. He don't need no help.
I mean, he did go to Spain and bring back the president's daughter all on his own, so he could stand there.
He did do that. I think he can handle this. He can handle it.
Oh, get it? Handle.
He's got a good handle on that.
There he
All right.
goes.
Anyways, so funny. Anyways, Leon, get on. Come on. Let's go.
You said this is a
There you
mine
go. We're all
cart,
clear.
yeah?
So I'm just gonna sit here.
And roll.
I'm just gonna let them do all the work, and I'm just gonna dilly-dally and do absolutely nothing by just sitting here. So for this part, it's if you played my RE4, you probably remember the minecart section. It's essentially a similar thing, except for we have to deal with Debbie. Yeah, Debbie, it isn't you. Jeez.
Yeah, you said that's Helena's sister, right?
I believe it's Helena's sister. I'm not too up and brushed up on RE6 lore, so correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not an expert on the lore for this game, but I do enjoy this run. So we're just gonna sit here. Debbie's gonna do her thing. We're not gonna get hurt at all. Unless she somehow hurts me, then I'll be surprised. But for the most part, she'll swing, she'll slam, but she won't hit you. So we're pretty safe.
We're in a good spot.
Yeah, exactly. So I just
roll.
rolling. Rolling. Oh, I like how it's like they're doing all the work of running around and Ada's just on the floor rolling.
Yeah. They're like running and like doing all these sorts of like maneuvers, and Ada's just rolling.
Yeah, the only thing we had to do for this minecart ride was explode that one barrel. There are many barrels on this track, but that is the one barrel that will kill us.
Oh, the chat says Debbie is Hella's sister. Yep.
Yes. Okay. So I was correct. I was like, I'm pretty sure that she's the sister. I don't want to say that as fact unless I'm 100% sure, but there you go. Thank you, chat.
I like how Leon and Helena just have like the same exact like animations here, like looking over the shoulder the same, crawling the, like, you know, ducking the same. Interesting AI.
Yeah, they're very focused on what's behind them right now. As you can see, Debbie's not much of an issue here. Usually I say this is a great place for donations, but it's a hotfix, so we don't really have much of that right now. But thank you everybody for watching.
Absolutely.
Game's done quick.
Yeah, be sure to keep staying tuned. And, you know, we got AGDQ coming up here in a couple months, so that's going to be a good time.
Ah, I'm super excited. I cannot wait to see what runs get picked.
Same.
All right, so we need our sniper here, so we're going to grab the sniper. We're going to aim and shoot, and she's done. I wish she stood still like that in her boss fight. That'd be great.
Yeah, she does not want to make it. She does not want to make it a smooth sailing, huh?
Sometimes she does.
Yeah.
Oftentimes she don't.
But that is the end of her,
All right.
right?
Yep. No more Debbie for the rest of the run. So pour one out for Debbie.
Bye, Debbie.
We will miss her. Bye-bye. Bye, my lady. All right, so we're coming up to the section where we need all the shoddy ammo. And whether or not this game decides to give us all the shoddy ammo, which it probably won't, we'll see.
Folks, more RNG.
But first, yeah, we got to deal with these boys here. So we're just going to slide, pick up the key. Ooh, get through that before he does, because he can body block you there. And thankfully we got through it without any issues. There we go. And out of there.
Nice.
Oof, they used to give me such troubles back when I first started.
Smooth moves.
All right.
Whoop, goodbye.
Excuse me. Hello, goodbye. Oh, Ada, that was barely a corner, my baby girl.
Please.
Please.
My family, please.
All right. So let's see how the shoddy ammo fares here, because we do have a bunch of boxes that we can open. So I will be opening a few of them. We get some of that ammo, which is fine. Not ideal. But we're going to take the shotgun out and
Yeah, these are good. Yeah.
try to use... Oh!
Nice.
Shoddy ammo!
Nice. And yeah, you said you want to kill these guys while they're solidified, because if not, you'll just have to deal with them like on your way out, right?
Yes. So if I don't kill those guys now, they will give me problems later. So better now. We only have 2 more to deal with. There's very specific ones.
Nice. Yeah, that...
And we're out of ammo.
I was going to say the shoddy was doing quite a bit there for that.
Oh, wait. Never mind,
Yes. That's good.
we're good. We are good. Yeah, so usually if I had the choice, I would have reset by now. But we're in a marathon, so you get what you get.
That's okay.
But that's the end of chapter 1.
Nice.
If I were to kill those guys, they would have turned into huge monsters and they would have been a big problem. But thankfully, we're just going to skip right past that
Yeah.
and kill them early so we can get out early.
Oh,
It's a nice little trick.
Yeah, that's really convenient.
All right, again, no skill usage here. We could probably get some skills here, but we're not going to worry about that.
So, question in the chat, does weapon cycling boost fire speed? And that was something we mentioned earlier, but Kat can explain it a little bit more in depth as well.
Yes. So weapon swapping is a very common use in this. So we use it for mainly the shotgun and the sniper because the delay on being able to do another shot after you've done the initial shot takes a while. So we do the weapon swap, so it's a lot quicker for the firepower. Also, I want to do this fun little thing, just because, you know, the run, we're not PBing today, but you know what?
We need the good vibes.
We need some good vibe slides. It's a fun little thing that Ada does. Chris actually gets on the panda bear, which is even more hilarious. I wish Ada could get on the panda bear. She only does the slide, but it's my favorite thing.
Goodness. So cute.
Yeah. She looks so like nonchalant and unimpressed with it, but
yeah, that's hilarious.
It's great.
It's a cute little...
All right. Yeah. All right, so we got some new enemies here. These enemies are not too much of a worry. However, the biggest worry is actually the bodies on the ground. Because if I run over a body on the ground, I will trip. Because Ada can trip.
It's like when you
Ada, go through the
like when you miss a QTE in Heavy Rain, or one of those Until Dawn, those types of games.
God damn it, skill points. Oh, that's not good. That's fine. So, oh no, there's all these bodies on the ground. What could happen? Oh no, I guess I'll just trip. All right, excuse me. Hello, bye-bye. And that's the end of that. Out of there.
Goodbye.
And now we get an even nastier enemy. The Chainsaw Boy.
Ooh.
He is going to be interesting because we don't have to fight him now, but we are going to have to fight him in a little bit. So when we do have to fight him, it's going to be tight because we don't have a lot of inventory, or we don't have a lot of ammo specifically to get him down quickly, so I might have to improvise. But that's okay.
Yeah.
So we did end up getting a few grenades early on in the run. So we can still use those specifically for this little fight here, or a little mini boss fight. He's almost basically a boss. He's tougher than the actual boss fights.
Yeah. He's, as you say, enemy number one, or enemy number one?
Yes, he is enemy number one. Mr. Chainsaw Boy. He is not a fun time.
Now. Look at this mess. The whole world's
Excuse me, pardon me, passing through, pardon me.
Now that axe that Ada brings out, like a melee weapon, can you use that automatically, or?
So that was an enemy-specific weapon. Oh,
hello, sir.
Oh, shit. Shoot.
Oh, we didn't hear that.
That's not good. Yeah, that's not good. So this is where it gets a little scary. If he hits you once, you're dead.
Uh-oh.
If you can't tell.
All's good.
That's the first time that's happened in a while.
That's okay.
That wasn't very nice.
Yeah, that wasn't very nice.
That was not... What, does your DA get lowered more?
Get out of the way! It should, actually.
Yeah, so that seems hopeful.
I'm gonna actually... I don't think that worked very well. He moves a lot, so it gets a little worrisome, and the fact that he can one-shot you is not...
Nice.
Not fun. Oh, hello. Yeah, so if an enemy has a melee weapon, you can use a melee weapon against them, but only if they have a melee weapon on them.
Gotcha.
There you go. Okay. And my runs have been so good lately, and of course, marathon luck be damned. It's okay.
No,
though.
you're doing fantastic.
No
you're doing
feelings.
fantastic. Like I said, way better than I would do in a game like this. So you're doing great.
Oh, you get to see some death animations, so that's fun.
See things we don't get to see.
Exactly. Even things that I don't usually get to see.
Yeah.
So there you go. So this part is a part I like to use for reloading any weapons I might have. So if I use any guns or anything at all that needs to be reloaded, now is the time because you're literally just killing time to get through this. Also bonk.
Bonk.
Bonkening. All right, so we're going to take out the shotgun because we are going to have to deal with him one more time. Thankfully, he's going to be a little bit easier. But he's a tanky boy. He doesn't go down too easy.
He's a determined one.
Yeah, we want to avoid him as best we can. He gets a little nasty, but this should be the end of the bus trip. All right. We're doing a little swerve. And there we go. So I'm going to run out of the way a little bit, so that way I don't... There it is. Cool. Super quick.
Yeah, that was...
See what happens when he cooperates?
No, that was awesome.
There you go. We have to do it one more time. So as soon as we hear dialogue, that means we can stop shooting. There you go.
Cool.
And that's that.
Awesome. Very smooth.
So what... I'm going to use this as an option to just get some items because he's going to be... He's just going to be kind of wildly swinging the chainsaw.
Guess I'm heading for the canal.
There you go. Whew. I would have liked to get those boxes, but it's all good.
All's good.
We should be good for ammo because we are mainly going to be focusing on the sniper rifle now.
Good.
All right. Any fans of Michael Bay?
This game is Michael Bay Simulator.
Can't wait to meet
Pretty much. It's very heavy action oriented, and I can understand why not a lot of people enjoy this game. I get it. Totally get it. Why do I run this game? Mostly because of Ada. Love Ada. Is this my favorite Resident Evil game? Absolutely not. I'm a big fan of Resident Evil 3 myself. However, this is still a fun speed game.
Yeah, absolutely. Every RE game has its charm, and you know it's all about that replayability. So anything that's fun to you, you know. Something that was asked in the chat: how does a runner practice RNG elements? And that could be a question for either one of us. But Kat, how would you handle that?
This is as good a time as any.
So I just try to analyze the tells of what RNG you're going to get, if possible. So I generally look for, okay, they're doing this. So how do I combat, you know, when she's being flippy, like when Debbie was being all flippy, floppy, and all that sort of stuff. How should I combat that? Should I use my shotgun? Should I just reset if she's being finicky like that? Different ways of tackling stuff, and that's just kind of one thing. It's just learning the tells.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, each time you do a run, something different may happen, and it's just something you just kind of store in the back of your head. It's like, oh, if an enemy can do this, I just keep that in the back of my head. Oh, that they can possibly do this. So just kind of keeping bits of information in the back of your head to kind of build up those types of possibilities that you can be prepared for. And you said Jake and Sherry are here now, yeah?
Yes. So we're now helping Jake and Sherry get through this. There we go. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to collect a little bit more items. We're going to reload, and I'm actually going to help them a little bit more here because they don't like to move unless all the enemies are off the screen. So I'm just going to go now. That should be good enough for them to move on. Because they do try to shoot those guys, and then it takes them longer to get on the boat, and then it takes them longer to get to where I need them to be, and trying to manipulate the AI a little bit by helping them.
We love our AI manipulation.
All right, so this part is just basically waiting. we're just going to sit up top here and have an eagle eye view of whatever the heck they're doing over there. You know, they're just commandeering the ship. I'm just waiting over here for things to happen.
So question, I should have asked earlier, but I just now thought of it. If you're playing Jake and Sherry's campaign, do you get to do what they're doing down there on that little barge type thing?
You do, because I recently ran Jake and Sherry, and yes, you do get to have Ada in your campaign, and you have to go through this whole section. Also, Jake's gonna get smacked, and it's gonna be great. Wait for it. If it doesn't happen, I'm gonna be very upset, but it always usually happens. Wait for it.
You get smacked with that.
Correct!
Now, if
Sucks to suck, nerd.
if you play that, do you get to dodge it, or does he always get hit?
You try to, you just dodge it.
Of course, so AI can't dodge. Love to see it.
Yeah, AI doesn't know how to dodge. I don't know why he always gets hit there, but it's just hilarious every single time.
That's the good vibes we need in this run. The good laughs.
There you go. That's done with.
Oh, is that the same chainsaw guy?
Yep.
Oh, so
yeah, he's very. This is his chapter. Enemy number 1 for this chapter. Really.
wow. He wants to bother everyone. Get him out of here.
All right. So I'm gonna reload my gun here real quick. We're basically just waiting for Sherry over there to get over here. We're gonna rescue her. But in the meantime, we're just gonna watch them struggle a little bit.
Watching their campaign from Ada's perspective. We got it nice and cozy.
It's really funny because in Jake and Sherry, you don't actually really see Ada. You just see a girl in a red dress. You don't really see her face. You don't see much of her. You just see the red and you're like, okay, that's gotta be Ada.
No, it's Spider-Man.
I mean, it can't be Claire.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man. Yeah, so very interesting to see how campaigns play out when you're used to one of the campaigns.
Need to see from different perspectives, though, for sure.
Oh, yeah. If I were to do like a full... So for those who don't know, if you were to do a full run of this game specifically, it's about 6 to 8 hours long. And that's why a lot of us don't do it. And that's chapter 2. Or chapter 3, sorry.
Nice.
Wow, we're already chapter 3. My goodness, we're going back. I'm even speedrunning it.
You're brazen.
I am speedrunning my brain right now. All right. We are good. Off to the next chapter. Chapter 4.
No skills. No skills.
No skills. Zero skill gamer. So, more RNG. Ah, boy. So this RNG isn't as bad as you would think. We have to get 3 passcodes. And to get those 3 passcodes, we need to find 3 specific enemies. Whether those enemies cooperate or not is completely up to the game, really.
3 separate passcodes?
3 separate passcodes. Exactly, Ada.
It's wild because when you think that, you think it's like numbers you can put in, right? But they're like little cards.
Yes. So they're little like tablets, really. So what I like to do is just shoot them with the shotgun. They should be done. And then I wait here, wait for the prompt to come up, and then get the code.
Nice.
2 more and I'm in.
So it's a lot faster to slide and grab the code than it is if you were to just pick up the code normally. Sliding is a lot faster, it gets it, and you don't get a cutscene, which is really nice. Alright, hopefully second boy doesn't like to run away on us, because sometimes they do that.
And you said the passcodes are on the same enemies each time, yeah?
Yes. So they'll always be in the same spot, thankfully. Excuse me. This one will always give you a cutscene because of this guy.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, so this guy will always grab this code, but where he ends up, nobody knows. So that's the elements of, I don't like this. This kind of sucks because I have to go find this guy in vents or somewhere. But thankfully, usually most cases, is that one ends up in the same place as the last code we need. So that's at least nice. However, sometimes it can be a little finicky. Ugh. right, they're dead. So now, hopefully he ends up here, which you can see him right there, crawling around, and then he disappeared and went up there. So that's what I mean by that one decides to be a little silly, and unfortunately you can't always get him. So I'm going to take out the shotgun now, because he is actually right. Yep. This is where it gets finicky. I'm just going to grab the code now, because grabbing it on the way out can be not so pleasant.
I'm
just going to kill you.
We do not want an Ada sandwich, sirs.
There you go. I'm just gonna grab it. I don't have enough space to run back. Anyways.
Time to go. Brute force. You got it. Yep. Go. Cheese it. Cheese it. Cheese it. Yes.
Oh god, that small space can be so cramped, and sometimes they really stun lock you and body block you into that area. It's a nightmare sometimes. Not my favorite level, but it's not the worst.
What is it with our Resident Evil and ship levels that just make it unbearable, you know?
Capcom loves their ships. They love the ships. I swear, they love their labs and their ships.
They know our weaknesses, I suppose.
Oh, they do.
Girl, get 2 seconds to herself.
Well, that's a different conversation. All right. So now we're just waiting for this dialogue to happen. We're just kind of waiting here. One thing I'm not too fond of is you can't actually reload your guns while you're sitting here. You have to wait a bit too. So you can't do anything. You just gotta sit here and listen to Carla.
And
wow,
you still...
Very interesting conversation.
You can do that little dialogue skip.
Yes. So as soon as Carla or anybody starts talking, I just press pause, skips the dialogue, and moves on to the next one. Ada doesn't look too impressed.
It would be nice if you could...
She looks a little bored.
It'd be nice if you can access your inventory and, yeah, like, reload, but can't be bothered.
Yeah, it is what it is. Thankfully, we don't have to worry too much about reloading here because a lot of this is just going to be running around. Excuse me? There you go. Oh, hi, Chris. Hi, Chris.
Yeah, so...
Doesn't even want to stop and talk.
So this is why Jill's the protagonist of Resident Evil 1, and then Ada's the protagonist of this game. Because Chris is in every single game. There's no way he could be the protagonist in all of these games, you know?
He's not allowed. Too much Chris.
Nah.
Need more Ada and Jill.
Yes.
Alright, so we have some spotlights here. We cannot, by any means, get caught by the spotlights. If we get caught by the spotlights, bad things happen. So we're just going to avoid the spotlights. There we go. But we still have one set of spotlights left to get. And that one's a little bit worse than the other one. Wow, craziness. Yeah, thanks for keeping him busy, Chris. Later.
Doing his typical action-packed stuff.
Mm-hmm. So this part we can't actually, we can't fast crawl in this area. I don't know why we can't fast crawl here. I guess it just wants you to see what's going on down there. But as soon as we get to the end here, we can start fast crawling and we're good to go.
Nice.
All right, up we go. And hopefully we're okay. I'm trying to remember what happens next. You know when Ada?
She's just checking.
Ada.
She's making sure that works back there, you know?
Why are you prioritizing these things, ma'am?
He's prioritizing all the
right.
metal.
More searchlights,
Yep.
huh?
The more searchlights, yes. So my butt got caught. No, Ada, your butt.
I like how they just zoomed in on her butt. Oh no. Oh no.
So we gotta fast crawl out of here. We got a jet. And unfortunately, we got a little caught there, but that's okay. It's not the end of the world.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have laughed. I just laughed that they zoomed in on her butt. When
Yeah, they zoom in every single time, but it's really funny when it zooms in on a like awkward moment. It's just like, this is a little weird, ain't
because it looked like it was like in a comedy movie, you know, like someone's like butt sticking out of the dinner table or something. I don't know. I just
Oh yeah. She's trying to sneak under the table. All right, so there should be an enemy here. We're gonna get rid of him because if he hits you, you will basically get one tapped, and that's no bueno. We don't want that. So I'm gonna be very cautious of my stamina here because going into critical stamina is not what we want. Because holy moly, it takes like forever for her to get out of the stamina slug. All right. Oh, look at that body.
Does her stamina reset at
Oh god, it's me.
at checkpoints by any chance? Sorry. Does her stamina?
Yeah, her
Okay.
Yeah, it kind of resets at checkpoints, thankfully.
Sorry, but you said
If it didn't,
oh, go ahead.
I said if it didn't, then I'd be like, all right, just don't try to kick anything.
But
Because kicking also uses stamina.
yeah. But sorry, you said you're down there? Your body?
Alpha team, this is
Yeah,
HQ.
I'm Ada Wong.
We've confirmed that Wong was telling the truth.
Yeah, so this is gonna be Carla. Carla is very messy. She's a messy queen.
Missiles on the mainland. It's imperative that you stop them from launching.
She's a little bit in trouble, and we're gonna have to stop her. And by stop her, I mean we're gonna have to make her go kablowy.
Go boom.
Go boom, big bada boom. All right, so she's making a mess all over the place.
Uh-oh.
What the heck it actually is? You can make up your own decisions on what the hell the goo is.
Cinnamon roll frosting.
There we go. Perfect. It gets a little messy in here. We don't want to touch the slime there because that will... No, I'm Ada Wong. What the heck? Not you, it's me. Yeah, so Carla here doesn't really attack you much, but she does send wall enemies to kind of grab at you. And hopefully they don't grab. There we go. Carla's going to show up right behind me, but we're not going to look back just yet. We got other things to do. So when this... Funny thing about this category, or this campaign, is multiplayer was actually the last minute thought for this campaign. It was actually supposed to be a solo Ada experience, but because they wanted to make it multiplayer or co-op, they added very jank animations. So when Ada opens a door, you can tell she's waiting for something, but there's nothing there. So she just sits there, waits, and then, okay, I close
She's
it now.
letting her invisible friends through.
Yeah, she's letting invisible hunk through the door. All right, so we're going to have to do a little running here. Don't worry, we're going to get grabbed at least once here, which is usually right here.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, they get a little grabby. So we want to make sure we're quick through this area because that monster will destroy you.
Will they eat you like Evie?
Pretty much.
Okay.
That's exactly what it is. All right, so we're going to open the door, and then once we open the door, we're going to prep for this boss fight. So we're going to have to aim for, we're going to be aiming for these canisters behind a wall. So before we do that, I'm going to make sure that I have the correct weapon open. So there are the canisters, we need to shoot them. But in order to shoot them, we need to make sure we have our designated weapon. I might have to restart here if it's too late. There it is. I'll kill you!
It's so hard to destroy the world. It's time for you to shut up.
It's time for you to shut up, Carla. And that's Carla. Woo!
You did it.
That boss fight was super stressful at first, but definitely very nice when it cooperates. It's very cool to watch too, because that boss fight can take a while if you don't do that exactly. So it's a little bit of a skip. if you will.
You did it super fast too. That was awesome.
All right, everybody's favorite time, on-rail shooters.
Hooray.
Don't y'all love on-rail stuff? So we're saving Leon's butt once again because Leon just can't seem to help himself.
He needs the extra backup, I suppose.
Yeah, he needs a personal bodyguard, so therefore I am here. I will help, I guess. So if you hear "Ugh, this sucks" from Helena, that means Leon is being slow. We will shame Leon for being slow.
This is called She Is Speed, by the way, so all the women, give it up to all the ladies up in here.
Come on, there we go. Oh, we didn't get the "Ugh, this sucks." All right, cool. Leon was fast this time. He knew the ladies needed to go.
It's getting a little crowded up here. Somebody ought to tell them their boss is retired.
All right, so we just gotta shoot down these helicopters here. The helicopters are not too hard to deal with. They don't do a lot of damage. We just gotta make sure that we get them out of the sky. The city looks great. Totally gonna be recovered after this whole pandemic nonsense that we got going on in this city. All right. Yeah, the enemies are gone, but your city's a little messed.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. It's fine.
I like how you said earlier when you were doing this that the gun doesn't overheat. You can just shoot endlessly.
Yes. You do not need to worry about any cooldowns or anything like that. You just shoot. You can hold it down as long as you want, and the gun will just never overheat. So that's really nice when you're just trying to you just don't really want to focus on another thing to manage.
Ooh, that's a nice model.
All right, so we're gonna try to.
One of those for myself.
Using your missiles now.
There you go. So we want to use them immediately because he'll go down a lot quicker if you just immediately start shooting your rockets. And so that was a really quick boss fight. Sorry. So now we have Simmons here. We're in a little bit of a dino crisis.
Instead of giving us actual dino crisis, here it is right here in Resident Evil 6, folks.
Here's your dino crisis. Woohoo! So Simmons here only really takes most of his damage when he's on his knee. So right now he takes most of his damage. So I'm just gonna shoot him with a rocket real quick. Just try to get as much damage as we possibly can while he's in his human form, and then he goes back into his Dino Crisis form. And we just try to shoot him as much as we possibly can to get him through a 1 cycle. We want to focus 1 cycles. I don't know if we'll be able to get the 1 cycles exactly. I hope so. But we'll see. Because if you don't get the 1 cycle, you lose over a minute.
Oh, goodness.
It is quite a lengthy time loss if you don't get the 1 cycle. There we go. And so this part, this phase is basically just shoot the dinosaur. Just shoot him.
And hopefully Leon helps out too. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure he'll help. Oh, we gotta dodge.
Whoa.
There's some dodging we gotta do. Get ready. This pillar gets a little in the way.
Yeah, it sucks you can't like shoot it down, but I suppose the building would come down.
Oh, Leon. Language. All right, so that's the first phase of that, and now we're going to be going into the final phase, and we want to hopefully get the 1 cycle. So we're going to get him down, we're going to get him back into human form, we're going to shoot the rest of our rockets into him, and then that should be it. Crossing our fingers. Ooh, little turtle spin, showing off for the camera.
Goodness. So many explosions.
Michael Bay!
My goodness.
There you go. Trying to put as much damage into him. And this should be the final part here. Hopefully. Hopefully. Cross our fingers and bones.
Cross all the bones.
There you go.
Nice.
The one phase. Woo!
Nice job.
Hey, Simmons, thank you.
Thank you for cooperating, sir.
Oh, yeah, it gets a little worrisome when he doesn't cooperate. But now we're back to saving civilians.
Would you say he was a Cooperasaurus Rex? Yeah? Nah. Boo.
Oh, God. The puns tonight are off the chart. All right. Where's the last one? Oh, there he is. I was like, where is he? I was like, oh, he's behind the gate. That's why. All right. We saved our first batch of civilians. Our couple. 2 civilians. We're doing work here. Oh, excuse me. All right. So we just automatically shoot for that boy right there because he has a bomb, which makes that happen. Very fun. Now we're just going to have to focus on the rest of the enemies here, which thankfully shouldn't take too long. There you go. And that's done. We saved another batch of civilians.
Hooray!
All right. So we got our Whoppers here. They're actually called Whoppers. The big boys.
I did not know that.
BK Whoppers up in the house.
Yum.
I like how they kind of have the colors of a Whopper too, with the ketchup, mustard, and lettuce.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. They probably knew what they were doing there.
Oh, yeah. It's a fun little thing. So now that we've gotten all the enemies in this area, we don't need the chopper anymore. That is the final bit of the chopper section. So now we can safely land and move on to the final boss fight. The final boss is not too rough. Simmons can be very jumpy, but for the most part, it's just unload on him. Do as much damage as you possibly can with the ammo that you have. And thankfully, we have a good amount of ammo, so we should be good.
Yeah, and you said earlier that the earlier boss fights and stuff are a lot harder than this one. Yeah.
Okay.
I wasn't kidding when the Chainsaw Man was the hardest boss fight in this game, besides Debbie.
Yeah, they looked brutal, so, and it's good. You got lots of ammo coming up for this one.
Oh, the civilians are,
Oh, no!
Oh, no. We tried our best.
You got a "You tried" sticker.
Woohoo! I did it. Anyway, so time for banana gun. Simmons, for some reason, has a banana gun. I don't know why he has a banana gun, but it shoots bananas, and I'm here for it.
Not banana phones, banana guns.
Banana gun, backflip, backflip. Do a backflip, do a backflip. Not the bananas! Ah! You're ruining my backflips! There we go. And now we just play keep away. So he's going to try to ram into us here, and we're going to just run around him. So he doesn't, damage isn't a focus right now, so we don't really need, this is all based on a timer. So we're essentially just waiting out the timer until we can finally get to the next area. So is he shooting his gun? Yes, he's shooting his banana gun.
Explosive bananas there. Goodness.
Oh, we have a ton of weapons. We have a ton of ammo. We're doing great.
Here's our good RNG. Yes.
There we go. Just make sure we have extra Tic Tacs, even though we're not going to really need them. Damage isn't really a concern with Amateur. Thankfully, we don't have to worry about it too much. But getting knocked over or taking damage like so can still be quite annoying, especially since it does stun you a bit. But as of right now, it doesn't matter since we're on a timer. So it should be happening right now. There we go. And now we can start unloading our ammo, all of our ammo.
That's nice. You can just focus on the weapon swapping there. Super quick.
Yep.
thing I have in common with her is hatred for
There you
you.
go. That leads to our first phase. Now for the final phase. So I'm just going to wait till he changes. There we go, and he goes back into his reload while he's on his knees, so we don't have to worry about getting damage. There we go.
Nice.
And now for the final damage section, Ada's going to go through a little bit of a hassle trying to avoid all these enemies. But in the meantime, I feel like doing some target practice. We're technically supposed to help Leon and Helena over there, but we're just going to practice on our shots here. I don't think we got them all. There you go.
So
in the meantime, we're just going to collect some more ammo.
Leon's got it. It's okay.
Oh, yeah, they're fine. Yeah, so technically, Simmons is going to start climbing up after them. Our job is to keep Simmons away from them, but honestly, it doesn't really change much in terms of speed. You can help them, you can not help them. You can just sit there and watch them climb with just their arms somehow. They're very, very strong.
Upper body strength. I can't even imagine.
Oh, geez. They're not even using their legs to help here.
They need to
That's some pure core strength.
They need to compete on Ninja Warrior or something.
Yeah, for real.
What are they doing here?
All right, so while they're still going through that, get some more ammo. We don't need all too much ammo, thankfully. I'm just gonna not pick up ammo. I guess we're good. But I will try to make sure my guns are reloaded since this is a perfect time more than ever. There we go. And Ada's knocked out! Oh no, Leon!
Ada!
Ada, wait!
Ada!
So we're just gonna have a little intimate, wholesome moment with Leon here.
I still can't get over her hair animation right here, and Leon's is just like static.
Yeah, her hair's a little
Very wild.
very wavy. Yeah. Leon just protecting us.
Yeah, shout out to
Yep.
flashbacks to RE2 and just their connection they've had since then. You know.
If you're really need help, I know you can pull through this.
Aww. It's so cute.
So wholesome.
Even though Leon would be dead here.
He's a legit human shield.
For real. The plot armor's too strong.
I was just resting my eyes.
You shouldn't sleep on the job.
Yeah, geez, Ada, don't sleep on the job.
Uh-huh.
In case you haven't noticed, Simmons doesn't take rejection.
Doesn't take rejection well. That's kind of like what Jill said to Nemi in the remake.
Yeah. Don't get too attached.
Is Helena back there too, or?
Yeah, she's up on, up top on a different platform.
Oh, more bananas. Watch out.
All right, so basically we're just trying to get him into a damaged state where he will jump into a cutscene. Okay, we're gonna reload while he's laughing. Very funny joke. What a funny guy. Oh, we're gonna get grabbed. That's fine. Because we're already in the cutscene. There we go. That was actually pretty decent.
Yeah.
That was good.
Good job.
So we don't gotta worry about any ammo anymore because we're basically done the run at this point.
I'll pass.
We're gonna save Leon's butt once again.
Simmons.
Whee! Bye, Simmons.
Goodbye, sir. You will not be missed.
You really should.
Even though I feel like he would still survive that fall, but you know.
I mean, yeah.
He was a dinosaur after all.
Yeah, the way like he transformed into so many different things and his skin just bounces back. Like these viruses, man, I swear.
Yeah, they're wild. They're wild now. So So I'm going to call time very soon. But first, we got to tie up loose ends. We have to go make a mess. A little bit more of a mess. We got to destroy what Umbrella's been building and get rid of the clones that they've been creating of Ada, which is quite wild to me. But she is pretty crazy with like reflexes, flexibility, agility. She's got it all. So I don't mind. I don't blame them for trying to make armored soldiers out of Ada.
Yeah, I mean she's the most impressive of them all.
And time.
GG's. You did so good. I know.
Yeah.
I know there was like some difficult RNG there at the beginning, but you pulled through. Like I knew you would.
Yeah, that was a you know, at the beginning of the run was a little messy, but it turned out pretty all right. I'm gonna let this cutscene roll so you can watch Ada make a mess of things. But while this is going on, I just want to say thank you to Games Done Quick for having me on for She Is Speed. Thank you, Lana. Thank you for having me and Mar as well. And Mar, thank you for commentating. Thank you for everybody who has been watching, to my community, to Mar's community, and for those who are just kind of popping in. Thank you so much.
Thanks, everyone. And yeah, Kat, thank you again for commentating for my run earlier. It was
oh yeah, no problem.
It was amazing, and you did amazing here too.
Commentary is a lot of fun. Sorry, I gotta show my war cry.
Channeling your inner Ada.
Yep, it's her inner monologue, you know. So if you wish to come find me, I stream on Twitch, obviously, but it's CatLink, twitch.tv/CatLink if you want to find me there. You can also find me on Twitter with the same name. Also, you can find Marforia, the lovely queen over here. You can also find her at twitch.tv/Marforia. You should go check her out.
And check out Kat. Please check out Kat. Please keep and make sure to watch AGDQ coming up. But yeah, Kat, you did so good. You did so amazing. I'm so proud of you because that run looks hard.
Yeah, it's not an easy run. It can be chill, but there's some RNG elements to it that can be a little finicky. Also, S rank. Let's go.
Yeah, that's what's up.
But that was RE6, and thank you so much.
Amazing. Well, everyone, let's give it up again for the incredible Marforia and CatLink duo that we had going on today. We got to see incredible Resident Evil HD Remaster and Resident Evil 6 runs tonight, featuring the lovely ladies Jill and Ada, and it was absolutely incredible. So just some final thoughts for tonight. A reminder that if you like hanging out with women in speedrunning, and if you like kind of spooky, scary games, make sure to check out Fright Fatales. It is a one-day event that will be taking place on October 23rd to celebrate the spooky season with dark, scary, or horror-themed speedruns from the Frame Fatales community. You might see me there. You might see some familiar faces there. I don't know. Guess you'll have to tune in to find out. Use exclamation mark Fright in Twitch chat to see the schedule. It's up now, so if you want to see what's happening, make sure to check it out. Also, make sure that you come back tomorrow because we have more Hotfix shows up for you. Starting at 7 p.m. Eastern, we have Game Masters, and then it will be followed by Time Capsule. So once again, this has been yet another episode of She Is Speed. My name is Lana Ruse, and it is always my honor to be your host for these beautiful evenings. Stick around. We're going to go to a short break, and after that, we will be raiding out. So make sure to hang out so we can share the love with someone else. Have a great night, everybody. Chat, you beautiful. We'll catch you next time on She Is Speed. Bye.